Are back with another episode of the Scale of Fate with our Monday crew, which you guys, I think, what did you say your name was? Was the Disco
Disco
Inferno?
Disco
Inferno.
Inferno.
I think two of you agreed on that. Everyone else has just kind of been existing.
We can change it. I don't care, but
I think that's the only name that's been thrown out there, and it's just whatever. But
Maybe we were
previously,
dancers in a past life or something.
it's a possibility. Though in your previous adventure, you all, after the devastating battle you guys had with almost devastating battle you had with the bugbear rogue, you guys
Palin.
continued. Huh?
Palin.
Palin, yes.
I have my notes. Don't worry.
I have him in front of me. I just wasn't going to say his name, but you beat me to the punchline. um, After fighting Palin, you guys continued to head south, where you encountered a kobold at the end of a fight that she had just had with a group of Sarthagian soldiers. Um, which, after trying to, I'm not entirely sure what your plan was. I'm thinking it was capture. Capture her. She managed
I don't
to
want to
slip
talk about it.
away. Yeah, don't. You failed to capture her, and she escaped. Not before stabbing Ublak at the back
Okay, Ian, I have my notes, and
and
they're
making her run
not
for
kind to you.
Yeah.
it.
I was trying something.
And upon finally arriving at the location that you wanted to get to, you did find the kobold once again, managed to soothe her mind with a bit of dialogue between you and her before she not haphazardly, what's the word I'm looking for? Cautiously joined your party, I guess? Or
Reluctantly.
it
I
could be
told her
reluctantly.
I
Yeah.
told her that I just wanted to try to make sure that she was friendly, and then did her little knifey thing, and it just didn't work out. So no harm, no foul. Hopefully.
But you guys pushed through the waterfall of this little hidden mountain oasis locked away under, kind of hidden away within this mountain area, before discovering a large door, which, after passing through, discovered an upside down obsidian tower, which you discovered to be the dwelling place of Zeldrif. After a bit of conversation, uh, Kosho having visions with uh, Renchi and Rashire, um, and as well as a meal to satisfy all of you that night. You all managed or found a place to rest for the night, for which now you are awaking the next morning. Calder has already kind of gotten up and is off on his own somewhere within the tower. What would the rest of you like to do?
So we're in his tower still.
You're in the guest quarters of the tower still, yes.
He has an herb growing area, doesn't he? I thought we passed that last time. Maybe I'm
You
tripping.
passed a double checking what you passed. I have the
I don't
notes.
have it written down. I'm just going off memory.
You passed a kitchen. The only thing you guys saw was the living area, says like the lounge, like the downstairs with like random items on shelves, books that look to just be of the. They're not scholarly by any means, as well as a kind of a sitting area, a fireplace, and a couple of automatons that seem to be acting as servants within the space. And you also found the guest quarters and the dining room and the kitchen, which was on the floor you guys are on. Calder had explored further and was told about some places, but he was not told about a herbology area of any kind.
That's cool. I'll just go to the kitchen.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, I'll follow. Kind of sulk about.
Oh, I'm getting whispers. Give me a moment.
Whisper.
Okay. Stop it. Stop your whispering. No whispering on. We'll get to that in a moment. The thing I just got whispered. Okay. So the two of you cross the tower to that dining area where the kitchen is located, where you'd seen an automaton kind of go in and come out type area. In the room, you do find that Kellic is already awake, as he has been generally the one of the early risers of the party, and is currently indulging himself in a meal. When you guys left the living quarters, Tem was still in there sleeping, kind of holding tightly to her rapiers as she was asleep, but she was still asleep where you had seen her the night before.
At least this one didn't run off. Don't know where she'd run off to, but
But yeah, you guys have entered the dining hall.
you guys enter the kitchen. Roll initiative.
You have to fight
Literally.
the chef.
You gotta fight your food.
You have to earn your meal. That's why Kellic was in there first. No. No. So pushing into this kitchen area, kind of like through these large kind of doors. You do find several automatons that seem to be at work. Some preparing various foods. Others seem to be messing with these odd contraptions that you have no idea what they do. And there are others that simply seem to be just on standby on like the edge of the room, looking to either probably take food out or to, when a task is needed to be done, jump in to do whatever task is available. But there's like 60 of them in this room, and it's a very large. This like kitchen space is very large. There's a lot happening in here.
They're like trying to prep us food, or like, can we order something? Or
So there was, as you remember the day before, there's one that is, well, there's a few that stay within the dining room
yeah,
to take essentially orders.
gotcha. Okay.
They seem to mind you no. They give you
Pay
no
you no
attention
mind.
as you're in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pay you
you're
no
just
mind.
kind of in there, and they're just kind of moving around you and just doing their thing. Why am I yawning so much? I haven't yawned all day.
Dude, same.
But yes, you are in the kitchen spaces. You watch this very controlled chaos ensue.
Okay. So what's our current goal? Like, what are we doing again? Just like a
You
refresher?
guys were just trying to get to Zeldrif. You do know of
Yeah.
a place that is hidden away that, like, it was the third location that was giving you guys weird vibes. I don't think Calder told you guys of his vision, though. So you guys may not entirely know of that place.
We're trying to find more information on how to find it. Is that what we're doing?
Well, there's also the Sarstag generals that are after us, so
Yeah.
that's another thing to consider.
Yeah.
We basically have a bounty on our heads.
Have we talked to
Yeah.
So we know what the girl was doing, right?
Tem?
Yeah.
She was trying to escape from South Stagian troops, and you
Okay.
guys happened to encounter her after killing the recent party
Yeah.
that pursued her.
Have we asked like why she was running?
No.
I don't remember. Okay. Where is she right now?
She's asleep
Everything.
with her
Okay.
rapiers
All
in
right.
hand, like she's like hugging her rapiers.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not messing with her anymore. So all right. Well, I guess we'll get some food and then there's not much. What else is there really to do around here?
At the moment, this is kind of like a free moment of like, if you have something, you can find something.
Okay.
But okay, you guys get food. We're gonna move to Kosho real quick.
Ooh,
Kosho,
pick me, pick me, pick
how
me.
do you want to go about your little whisper that you sent me?
Um, I don't want to find Zeldrif, but if my character does not is not able to find it on his own, then he will begrudgingly go to ask him.
Okay, so you, after your compatriots move across the hall, you move into the kind of central chamber where there's that spiral staircase that leads upwards
Okay.
and as well as downwards. But other than that,
Um, let's see. Let's try going. Actually, wait. So at what level is the I guess the penthouse guest house located
you
within
don't
the
know.
spire?
You've only been on the second level of this tower.
Okay. Then deeper I shall go. I guess lower, down the stairs I shall go.
Down the stairs, you know, is the place you came in at. The tower is upside down. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot it's
Yeah.
inverted. Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, upwards.
Yeah. So you ascend up the staircase. Um, and upon arrival, like to the top of the staircase, at first nobody in this room notices you, as you see what looks to be a bald, elven figure similar to that of oh god, what is his name again? Garrison. It's been so long since I mentioned him. Similar to Garrison, as well as what looked to be two Zeldrifts walking around, like identical versions of Zeldrift walking around the room. Um, and you do also see a fourth individual who's kind of off in the back. It You recognize him as the one who had assisted the half dragon when you guys were preventing the assassination of the prince. And he seems to be organizing books on like a back table off to the side.
Mm, I guess let's see. Okay. Kosho in this moment, he would announce himself and he'd say, "Well, well, well, gentlemen, would you mind assisting me for a moment?"
The uh, the elven individual kind of glances up at you and just shoots a glance over to one of the Zeldrifts who kind of quickly kind of shuffles over and just says, "And what is it that you need?"
I require a little bit of assistance with finding, well, actually, first off, I should ask, pardon my manners, um, do you mind if us, your humble guests, use any of the brewing or alchemist stations in this tower, if there are any?
He pauses for a moment, kind of contemplates, and says, "I. It depends on what you are attempting to make, and if you have the
I
resources that you need for said things."
I'm merely just looking at instructions. Um, I feel as if I need to help sustain my party more in battle, and I would like to utilize the table to craft some trinkets, some odds and ends that could either enhance our potency or disable the enemy.
So you're.
And hopefully nothing that involves the use of magic.
So it sounds that you are speaking of simple poisons and tranquilizers, perhaps.
For now.
Hmm. And he kind of makes a gesture and kind of begins to move up the staircase, kind of to follow him. And upon, if you're following, are you following him?
Yes.
Okay. So passing through uh, going into the first level, you see there are three doors in this kind of narrow cylindrical space. There is a door that has a gear upon it, one that has a bottle, and the other has a book. Uh, and he leads you through the one with the kind of this alchemy bottle symbol upon it, pushing through to show very clean, kind of open space. Um, a variety of different alchemy tools here and there, kind of scattered on different tables, uh, as well as a few books that seem to be kind of neatly organized upon a shelf near the back. And he kind of brings you over to one of the tables, and as he just says, "Have you ever attempted any of this before?"
In another life, but I believe it's time to get reacquainted.
I see. Well, I guess I will remain here and assist in any way that I can.
Thank you for your guidance.
And simply kind of steps off to the side and kind of takes a seat off and kind of near one of the tables, but he isn't just kind of watching you.
Okay. Let's see here. So, I guess I'll rummage around through whatever books are at my disposal to see if, I guess, what is required for. Let's see here. I'll just message you these.
Okay. I will say, once you send me the thing, it's going to be probably an intelligence roll of sorts.
Very well.
I'm trying to remember. Probably, I would have to say, you can either do. No, not history. I would probably say like a nature check. Or I would say a nature check, or I will let it be an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I sent you the 2 rolls that I want to make. This kind of sounds like my stand. Anyways, okay. Yeah, roll an intelligence check Very well.
for me. We're going to transition back to the rest of the party. So while they were exploring the kitchen and such, I'm going to take a note of your number.
2 rolls, correct? Or is it just the one?
I'm going to say just the one for now to research this, and then
Cool beans.
Once we get back, actually, we'll continue this actually real quick. So the bit of research you do, the bit of reading that you're able to do, like rather quickly, as you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, and your time in vast archives that the monasteries keep, have kind of given you this affinity to be able to do quick research. You figure out that some of the resources for this specific item, this thing that you're trying to make, need to be a bit more. Is robust the word I'm looking for?
Sturdy.
No, that's not
Hardy.
it.
Fused.
Hardy.
Yeah, I would say like more flammable, more something that needs to like actually be able to spark and produce.
Oh, combustible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
combustible.
combust.
That's the word I'm looking for. That's why it sounded like robust in my head. I was like, robust?
Yeah, that's why I was
can't
like,
be- or
oh, that
combust.
word.
Yeah, combustible. You're looking for the materials you're needing are more combustible.
More reactive.
Though you do figure out that to add effects to the thing that you want to make, you can add certain plants that you did notice within the little oasis outside that can be used to add some toxic effects.
Okay, awesome. Shit, I should have added on to the message. Here, I'll just
You can say it a lot if you want, but it's up to you, man.
I'd also look for, supportive alternatives. If that is a thing. I don't know if it could be a thing.
For that, it's only the toxic side. There's not going to
Okay.
be the other one.
I would have figured that some sort of radiancy would be involved for that. So that's something
there's
I can't
probably
do.
enchantments that you could do, but you don't really want to pursue things such of that nature. So
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's what you've discovered. How does that
Okay.
information going to sway what you do next?
First off, while I'm researching this stuff, can I glance over at Garrison and ask him, "Oi,
It's
what is
Zeldrif.
or
It's
not or not?"
yeah, Zeldrif.
Okay, my bad. I'd look over at Zeldrif and I'd ask him, "Hey, do you have a name for this place?" And I'd point around to is this obsidian coated walls or is it a different interior?
You're asking me as the DM or him?
Yes.
The room itself takes on a more this room specifically, it has more of a white look to it, almost a marble.
Okay.
But there's something odd about it because it doesn't quite look like marble, and it also, despite this being an alchemy lab and you knowing that in a space like this there's often a lot of spills and mishaps, this room is
Mhm.
surprisingly spotless. Like no chemical has been like inflicted any of the stone, which is
Hmm.
a rarity.
Have I seen this stone anywhere else anywhere in my travels?
I'm gonna say investigation or history.
Mm. There's the same for me. Alrighty. That's an interesting roll.
To you, it looks like marble of some
Okay.
sort. It's like a smooth, like nice stone of sorts.
Could I try an Arcana check to see if it has anything magical imbued within it?
Sure.
Hmm.
You
Yikes.
have
Okay.
no clue.
Yeah.
Not a
Fair
clue.
enough. Fair enough. That's okay. Um, let's see here. I guess could I ask Garrison? Or I
Zelda.
mean Zeldrift. Fuck. Oh my gosh.
And you know it's a copy
Um.
of him. It's not the actual him, but
Right. Okay. Kosha would turn to him and say, "So, has anybody told you that Sarstag is now after us?
it
Us
was
being the group."
it was relayed to us at some point.
Do you have any advice for
Um,
either avoiding or trying to? I guess I don't know. I'm not a fan of things trying to chase me, especially immoral beings.
I would say either be always prepared for an attack or go into hiding. But those are the only two bits of advice I can give.
Do you know where the Sarstagians?
Yeah, that would be the term for them as a group, yes.
Do you know where the Sarstagians never look?
Probably
Sarthstag.
Sarstag. uh, Probably places like Tiberia and Gorgamath.
Hmm. I'm not one for hiding, but that may be useful in times of need. Thank you.
The Outlands may be a good place to disappear as well. But it is a very hostile environment, but also the other two places are the same, so maybe one of the better options.
I don't know what the opinion of the party is, but hopefully we can make a rational decision.
I'm sure it'll come to all of you.
See. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have any of the components for the things I'm willing to make, but the time has been well spent here. I appreciate it.
Of course. And he kind of gets up from his seat and kind of leads you back over to the door. Uh,
Fuck out.
Guiding you back down the stairs back to this library space before kind of leaving you to continue down to the second level. Just kind of waits by the stairs as you kind of, if you're going down.
At this point, Kosha would probably want to regroup with the other party members to see
Okay.
what everybody's agenda is for the day.
All right. So you head down, and you do find the others within the dining hall. Kellic
You
seems
you
to
just see me tearing it up in the kitchen, just cooking.
just pushed aside several automatons and just started going at it. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
that, I want a performance check.
Performance.
Either performance or I really want to say survival because it would. I feel like I
Oh,
don't know.
I will do survival.
Like
That's a plus
I
7.
I feel like your ability to cook could be a means of survival. So I'm going to call for that.
Oh shit! Just drop my dice. Whoops.
I think most people do charisma or the performance for your cooking, but I will let you do survival for this.
I got a 19.
19.
Yerp.
You make a bang. What are you making? Whatever it is, it's a banger.
You know, I'm gonna make a full continental breakfast.
Oh dear lord. Okay.
I'm
But the reason
talking hash browns. I'm talking toast. I'm talking French toast, pancakes, waffles, bacon, eggs, all of
Turkey.
it.
it's not
All
quite
of
that
it.
extensive, but it is pretty much a feast that you make of what is there. Um,
Hell yeah.
and after a while, the automatons kind of just give up on like trying to cook around you. And many of them, as you finish this up, just begin to collect plates of whatever you make.
Hell yeah.
And they bring it out to the others. Which, Kosho, you would be coming down probably just after this would happen.
I
Kellic,
could smell that sweet, succulent cooking.
Kellic looking a little almost upset due to have already had consuming a meal and is full. As this what has been brought out seems to look a lot better than what he had. And around this point too, Tem kind of sleepily kind of wanders into the room, fully dressed, armor back on, rapiers on the side, just kind of rubbing her eyes as she kind of enters the space.
Well, howdy. Want some breakfast?
She kind of gives you a nod.
Absolutely. It smells divine.
We can talk. We can talk over breakfast about our next plans. You know.
Splendid. What have y'all been doing this morning?
Just tearing it up in the kitchen.
I've been looking at components to possibly help us in the heat of battle.
That'll be useful.
Specifically, smoke bombs and other sorts of gas grenades. It's always good to impose a disadvantage over the others.
That is true. I do have spells that are similar to it, so if
Well,
need be, I can use it.
I would rather a
I have fog
all
cloud, I think, as a
natural
cantrip. I have a fog cloud
approach.
as a cantrip, so I can't use that. But I do understand you have an aversion to magic.
There's just too much to go into
I
there.
mean, I understand. Growing up, my folks weren't too fond of magic either, but I was taught by my meemaw, my peepaw, that sometimes you have to embrace the world around you, and it might come bearing gifts.
Indeed. So it will. And at that moment, I think Kosho would take a begrudging sip out of whatever drink is next to him.
All right.
I'm just trying to impart some bird wisdom on you, you know.
Okay. As you guys kind of finish this
Where
little.
is Where is do 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 Unlock throughout all of this?
He's been at the table. He's eating. He's just quiet.
Yeah, he's just kind of quietly like thinking to himself.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
It's
He's not much
dangerous.
of a talker. He's super quiet for the most part. More of an action guy. Action speaks louder than words.
Okay.
As you guys are kind of sitting there, Kosher, after you've kind of entered the room and like sat down and got settled and had your little conversation, you all hear kind of almost like a whoosh of air. And as you guys kind of glance over, you see Zeldrift kind of standing within the doorway, in his hand, kind of holding a small scroll. Seems to like, for a moment, it seems like he's recovering from whatever spell he just cast, and then looks upon all of you. He says, "Oh, I was hoping to find all of you in here."
That
He
you
kinda
did.
He kind of comes in. And he says, "I possibly have some news for you that might lead you on to other things if you're looking to
Good news or bad news?
get out of this tower. It's a mix. Uh, for one, the prince has sent out a request for aid at the town of Stonefarm.
Oh, we gotta go back to Stonefarm.
You guys haven't been yet.
We've been to Stonefarm? I thought we would.
No, you
Oh,
guys
it's Red Hill.
You went to Redford.
Was
I
it
think
Redford
was.
or Red Hill?
I think I forgot. There's two reds. Let me double check.
I thought it was Red Hill. My bad.
It
I
is
might
Red
have it
Hill.
wrong.
It
in
was
my
Red Hill.
notes.
Redford is further south. Yes, You went to Red Hill. My apologies.
Let's fucking go.
This is me being
corrected
dumb.
the teacher. Woo!
Woo, baby! That's what it's all about. That's what I'm talking about.
I was waiting for.
And he kind of offers the small scroll to one of you, whoever wants to take it. Kind of holds it out.
Oh man, my hands are messy. You know, I was tearing it up in this kitchen. I'm not much of a reader. I don't think Umlok is either. I have to give it to Kosho.
Kosho will grab the scroll.
All right. Upon investigating, you do see that it seems to detail some odd events that are happening around Stonefarm at the moment. One of which being a dome of arcane energy that they haven't been able to get through, and they don't know if it is the work of Sarthstag or something else.
I
Though
mean, it sounds like
they have relayed that the people within the dome seem to be safe. They just haven't been able to reach them.
Are we just gonna go through like Stephen King novels?
This isn't the dome. This isn't the dome. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's not the dome.
I mean, kind of is.
Is it like regular show? Is it going to go to space?
Based on what the letter also states, they do seem to have a supply of food and water within this dome of arcane energy. So they're not starving to death. Like in the show.
That's good.
There's also note about more forces that seem to be approaching Stonefarm of Sarthstag after other towns have already fallen, such as Field Point and Bay Ridge.
Wait, how big is the dome?
It encapsulates the entire town plus about a half a mile outside of the town, is what the note says. The town itself is about probably 2 miles in width.
Okay.
So it is.
I mean,
it
this
is
kinda
roughly
sounds
a
like
three.
a
It's
lie.
roughly a 3-mile dome that is encapsulated this town.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but this kind of sounds like a scam to get us into one place.
I mean,
The DM scamming you? Never.
Like I feel like it would be smart for Sarsteg, as their full frontal assaults have been, kind of useless thus far from us, that they're going to try to goad us into trapping ourselves into either a magical dome or just lying and saying, "Hey, come to this like small village where they can just destroy it and glass the entire area."
We're not gonna do anything to you. Yeah,
There
just come on in.
there is on the letter too the seal of the prince, like the wax seal of the prince.
Okay.
That could be forged.
You
Can I do an investigation check on this fucking letter?
Yes.
All right, that's a 7. Not gonna lie.
It looks exactly like what you remember the prince's seal looking like, and you pretty sure the Zeldrift wouldn't throw you guys into a trap.
I don't know. I don't trust Zeldriff 100%. This man has an inverted tower from behind a magic door. He could be hiding a lot.
I think most mages hide a lot.
Because they don't have any health.
That's the reason why.
I think upon seeing this, Kosho would start to get a little worried, and if anybody isn't trying to talk to him, then he would just announce that he's done with his meal and that he's going to meditate.
I barely touched his hash browns.
I'll eat them. Shit, I love hash browns. Put some hot
He
sauce
needs
on
to
them.
meditate on what the next move should be,
Understandable.
at least for him.
Okay.
You said Kosha's going to bed?
Going to
Kosho's-
meditate.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna.
going to meditate. All right, Umlaut's
Same
probably
thing.
going to go to... It's still night, right?
No, it's the
It's
next day.
morning.
Oh, it's the morning, okay.
That's why I told you guys to take a long rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna silently sit there eating, just kind of waiting for somebody to try to make a next move or something, or suggest something.
As you go to walk out, Zeldriff kind of stops you. He says, "I also wanted to offer something before all of you disbanded." And he kind of pulls out a small kind of scroll in his out of like a pocket. He says, "I want to help you be able to attune with more items that you may find along the way, if you would allow me."
I mean, that's always useful. I'm sure
And
Calder was jizzing himself when you told him.
he pauses for a moment and gives a slight nod. Not
Good
quite
to know.
not quite sure how else to respond to
He just
that
looks
statement.
looks side to side and then just nods.
He just kind of like slumps his shoulders and like,
He's like, "I guess this is how it's gonna go." But he then kind of, without taking his hand off of you, Kosho, kind of reads out the scroll, and whatever the scroll says on it, he seems to cast a spell using it, and the small scroll bursts into flames and disappears. Whatever arcane energy from it seems to go into you. And then he proceeds to go and do the same thing to the rest of you, pulling out different scrolls for each one. You can go into your feats now, and you should be able to add attunement master as your feat under in your character sheet, or I can do it for you at some point. But if you're not comfortable, with that. But
Talking
you
about
can now
Kosho?
all of you.
Oh, all of us.
He's doing it with all of you. He's
oh
giving
my
you all
god.
attunement master.
Shit.
So you can now attune to 6 items.
Me oh my!
And once he's done, he kind of glances at the plate of which Kosho barely touched. And you watch him kind of wave a hand, and it seems to lift and follow him out of the room.
What did you say it was?
Attunement master.
Oh.
So when you're under your feats and traits under your page, you can go down
Yeah,
and
I
you
get
see,
it.
yeah, the add feats or whatever. It's
So-
a powerful yet very underrated non-meta, or not meta, non-canon. Non-canon. That's not the word. It doesn't belong in D&D Beyond. I found this on accident and was like, "Ooh, I like this feat. We're gonna keep this." Anyways,
You got a
so
non-sanctioned fee. That's a
Love
2119.
it.
Someone get him.
21. You know how many non-sanctioned things we have in this fucking
Yes.
game? There's so
Yes.
much. Literally half the monsters I've thrown at the parties have been not. They've all been homebrew.
Gygax is rolling in his grave.
Just losing his
Gigax.
fucking mind. Anyways,
8 people in my campaign.
anything but that. Okay,
It's
but
like-
you guys, yeah. So you're all. Is there anyone within the dining hall wishing to do anything, or am I jumping to Kosho?
Nah, you can jump to Kosho. I'm chilling.
Okay. Kosho.
Okay. For the meditation, he would like to try and focus on Roshire's teachings and hopefully try to commune with him.
Her.
Her, sorry.
It's easy. It's
Gods
easy
these days.
to. She's a goddess. She's one of the few goddesses, but she is a goddess. Okay. Roll. What have I had you roll before? Straight wisdom.
I think it's just straight wisdom.
Yeah. Roll a straight wisdom check for me. Okay.
Pog.
You get into this meditative state, finding yourself slipping into the. I'm not gonna say astral state, but what is it called? What would it be? A mental state. I guess
The
a mental
mindscape?
state. The mindscape. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Mindscape. Kind of slip into your mindscape of the kind of darkened abyss of the mind with the reflective kind of.
He's in the
watery
zone.
surface. Auto zone.
God fucking damn it.
If you're an artificer but you meditate. Anyways,
You just hear, oh, O'Reilly.
I hate that theme. It's been played too much. You get into this space though, and for a decent amount of time, you find just silence around you, and you're roughly near the point of which you would normally quit. You feel kind of a divine energy become present near you, and upon turning towards this source, you do find Roshire in her true draconic form, kind of hovering mere inches above the surface. She
Thank
simply
you.
says, "I heard you calling for me."
Thank you for meeting me on such short notice.
Of course. And what is it that
Um,
you desire from me?
I do not know if I have the strength for the next assignment or the next opportunity that is laid before me.
You speak of a possible journey to where the prince lies.
Perhaps. I feel a calling elsewhere. But my vow still stays true. I want to protect the everlasting life of this world. Can I still be honored by you?
Of course. But it's something to ease your mind. And she kind of waves a hand over the kind of the surface beside her, and the reflection changes to almost a vision of sorts.
A mirage.
Yeah, essentially. And you can see the prince and the king talking. You do not hear what they're saying, but you do see them speaking with one another. And there's a point when the king makes a gesture with one of his hands, and you do notice a very familiar ring upon his hand, one that almost looks identical to the one that you are wearing. She says, "You are not the first who I have redeemed or allowed to take this path of redemption. He can offer some aid on your journey."
Thank you. Kosho, he looked down at the ring that he's currently wearing and just kind of spin it with his thumb on his hand. And he'd look back at Roshire and he says, "Although I have my methods, I still wish to honor the gifts and the path that you are letting me live."
She kind of gives you like a slight nod.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I will do what I must then to muster our party for the coming events. Do you have any, I guess, advice for guiding these folk while we're in the absence of a few important players?
Listen to, oh goddamn! My brain just had a fucking stroke.
No worries.
Let me get back into character.
Use your words.
Travel as you have been. Just let your instincts guide you on this path as that you have before. Listen to what your heart is telling you.
Thank you. Please watch over me and keep me safe.
For as many as I've kept watch over before, I will do the same for you. And
Thanks, Mom.
You find yourself... She almost seems to produce this divine light that seems to blind you as you slip back into the conscious world, sitting alone within the bedchamber.
Reality.
This place sucks.
Goo Lagoon.
That's literally what I was about to say, Rob.
Goo Lagoon.
Goo
Goo
Lagoon.
Lagoon.
Though it's stuffy as hell, it sure is real.
Thank God. Sure beats
Uh,
Ohio.
Sure beats Ohio.
How long has time gone in this moment? An hour?
The rest of them have finished with their breakfast.
Gotcha.
Breakfast.
What would you guys would have done after your breakfast?
I'm gonna go. Oh, I guess there's no nature outside, is there?
You can go outside of the tower and then
There might be moss.
Yeah, it's like in a cave, isn't it?
Yeah, the tower's in a cave.
Is there a courtyard?
There's the waterfall you could pass back through to get out to the oasis.
Never
Oh.
mind.
Give
then.
me a,
Why is there
Never
no
mind,
cave
man.
nature, dude? Come on.
I know, right?
can you give me a 5-second synopsis on what exactly we're doing?
They've been talking. I need to add a feat to your character because you aren't.
So basically, we just got a letter from the Prince of Almoria.
Do you want my rundown of it?
Yeah, if you want to explain it, by all means.
Kosher seems to be taking point and lead and try to make potions. We get a letter from the prince through Zeldrith. A town seems to be trapped in a magic dome. I think it's a trap from Sarthstag, but you know, the letter seems legit. And then we get another feat from Zeldrith, which is Attunement Master. So
Which
we
I
get
just put
6
under character
attunement
sheet.
slots. And then Osho is had a meditation dream about another potential lead. This is, you know, obviously metagaming stuff that I was not there for. And now we're just kind of like chillaxing. Oh, you also missed the continental breakfast I made.
Yotan doesn't eat, so
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't.
Whack! You wouldn't even do it for me as a friend.
I can't. I have a mask on.
Fuck it, mask off.
Kellic really wanted to have some of the breakfast, but he had already eaten.
I'll eat it the other way. You know what I'm saying?
No. No.
I'll put the bacon through your mask.
Start pressing it against the solid wood. There's like not even a mouth hole. It just kind of breaks against
Whoa,
it.
is there? Yeah, that's funny.
Anyways, though, as you all kind of, what would you do, Kosho? Are you just going to go out and find the others after this fact? After this little meditation session you had?
Yes, yeah. At this
I'd probably
point,
say it probably took about 30 minutes to go through this.
okay.
Time
No,
passes
yeah.
funny when you're meditating.
Kosho would probably, yeah, he'd want to regroup, and he'd basically just kind of be, ecstatic with the things that he has been told from Rashire, emboldened with a new sense of ambition. And where is everybody still in the kitchen? Just finishing up?
They would be just finishing their meals. The automatons seem to be cleaning up the plates, and like
Is Yotan here for this?
Yotan's just kind of standing off to the side, as he normally does.
Why, we got beef?
Where have been?
Okay. I guess as everybody's cleaning up, Kosho would ask the audience, how long are you all willing to stay and resupply before we get going?
I mean, did you have something in mind that we needed to do?
What are your opinions on following this prince's new order or new decree for us to follow? I believe that we should, but
I mean, it seems legit. I mean, worst comes to worst, we have Yotan, so he can just, dig our way through out of the dome. And I mean, maybe it'll give us a little more renown throughout the kingdom.
Or did they clarify that it was a dome or a sphere?
They did not clarify. They just said it seems to be a magic dome.
Kosho
Might.
would smirk a little and he'd say, well, my business partner has informed me that providing our services for this dainty adventure could net us some renown with the king of Almoria.
That's good. I mean, that's always worth it.
It would be
What-
very
excuse me.
beneficial in our plight against the Sarstagians, if that is a thorn in your side. It certainly is in mine.
The thorn in all our sides, considering we all have a bounty on our heads.
How do we know how much the bounty is? Didn't we have a
Yeah,
wanted
who's got the
photo of all of
most?
us?
It
Yeah,
was
wait,
who's
what
got
does
the
the wanted
most?
photo look like?
It wasn't a set bounty. It was an order. That they
Oh.
were given orders to find you and kill you. Like
All of us.
it is essentially a bounty, but it is more of the military has decided that you are
They're
a threat and is
outsourcing.
looking for you. Yeah.
Okay. No, yes. I most certainly would like to meet the king after some details that I have learned. Plus, I believe that defending this town will net us a mighty sum.
A hearty, mighty sum.
You see Tem kind of step out from like behind one of the chairs she was just like climbing off of, and like comes around and she says, "I'd like to be able to get back to Stonefarm. Hopefully,
I mean,
some
we're
of my
headed that way,
brothers are
aren't
still
we?
there."
We'll be heading that way. Have you heard about the dome?
I haven't heard about much, considering I've been a captive for a while.
You
Well,
good
lucky for
work,
you,
Jack.
we're gonna go make sure that the dome ends.
Which kind of gives a nod.
Dome party tonight.
Cal kind of getting up from his plate, or kind of getting up from his spot, just says, I could do with a couple fights, I guess. I'm ready for
Being
more
named
challenging."
champion of the realm would also be a good title.
You see him kind of like place a hand on like his chin and like thinking, and you could definitely tell he's thinking of like what I could get out of this.
I have appealed to his to his wolf grain.
You see as he's thinking about this, like this grin slowly growing on his face as he's like nodding to himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
I can. He's like what, imagining himself in a suit of armor.
A better suit of armor than he already has.
Gilded suit of armor. All the
ornate.
hot tabaxi singles on him.
God damn it.
All the ones in his area, at least.
Rawr.
God, if I just threw. How would you guys react if I randomly threw a poster for hot singles in your area in a campaign?
We would have a whole subplot about it.
Oh God.
We'd have to find the NPC that originated the post.
I feel like if I did that, it would be about like a traffic ring of some sort.
Oh
Oh
God.
God.
Hey, it would work for this. I think it would make a great plot line.
Indeed.
But we're not on that right now. We're on the dome. So, but yes, Kellic is very, very pleased with this idea.
Okay.
Seems to be a
Yotan,
distant thought.
any regards?
Yotan's gonna look a lot more depressed ever since the departure of
Calder.
Calder.
Wee.
He's just looking down, just kicking a rock ever so. He just looking depressed.
Kicking an invisible rock that's not there.
I guess. No.
Kicking at the dust on the floor. Actually, there's probably no dust in this place because it's, it's magic.
He's just like sighing.
He's become an angsty teen.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Very well, then. I suppose we should make sure that we have more rations for the trip. How long is it to get to Stonefarm?
You see Kellic kind of trying to crunch numbers in his head, but it's just not coming to him. He kind of just shrugs. I don't know. Tam kind of starts shuffling through her bag and kind of pulls out like a small, scraggly map. Which, when you guys kind of see the map, you do see that it looks to have been probably owned by a Sarthdagian, as there are spots on the map that have been marked and crossed out. She's kind of looking at it and says, if I'm not mistaken on where we are, maybe somewhere between a week and a half to 2 weeks travel.
Skedaddle.
But I could be wrong. Part of me hopes that I am wrong, but
Is Zeldrif in the room still?
Zeldrif he went back upstairs.
Right, he took a plate. Wait, he took my plate.
Yes.
He probably went to go fucking finish it himself.
He waved a hand and the plate lifted off the table and followed him out of the room. He was intrigued by the breakfast that had been made because it wasn't something that his automatons would have made.
Okay, at this point, yeah, Kosho would go try to find Mr. Man so we know the average distance to travel per night.
Okay, he's not hard to find. You do manage to go back up to the library. You do find...
Has he already eaten it, the food this time?
There is an empty plate. Kind of off on one of the tables.
Good shit, Orion.
Thank you. Master cook over here.
And as you kind of come up there, he seems to be speaking with the other two versions of himself, which you can tell which one's the real one because they're not wearing the nice like mage's robe that he's wearing. They're wearing more of like scholar's clothing. And as you kind of approach, he kind of glances up and makes a gesture to the other two, who kind of walk off. And he says, "How can I help you, Kosho?"
My party and I are having some difficulties planning our trip to Stonefarm. Do you happen to know a possibly obscured path that only few would know about? Hopefully, so we don't get ambushed along the way.
There's a few routes that you could take to get there. One would be cutting very close to Gorgamoth, which I would not recommend, but it is a road very few travel. The main road is probably the best route, or the main path that you had taken to get here. And I would offer a faster way, but I need my spells for today. I have a couple things planned that I need to be able to cast higher level spells for.
Please, by all means, be prepared for your processes.
I feel like you should do trying just letting. Is anyone here good at good charisma, or am I have to try and intimidate this guy?
No, I got shit charisma.
Well, Kosher is the only one that went up.
So here, real quick. So I'm looking, I'm looking at Obscurus. We're in the mountain range above Gorgamoth.
Gorgonzola.
You see where you're kind of you're based on what you know, you are westward of like probably a little southwest of Red Hill into the mountains.
Okay.
Which if you're looking, is the map labeled? Like all the places labeled on that map?
No. I see. I mean, it has like the nations labeled, but it doesn't have the towns.
So if you're looking at the on the left side of Almoria, like that,
Yes.
before the mountains, the three towns, the middle one is Red Hill.
Okay.
You are a bit southwest of that.
Okay,
Like
I
somewhere
see.
in the
And
middle
then,
of the mountains.
okay. So Stonefarm, is that east of us or west of us?
That is on the other side of the range. It is the farthest east, southeastern town. So it's that one that's right on the edge of the mountain range.
Okay.
It is due west of Grand Helm. Across the range.
Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty then. Very well. Thank you for helping us coordinate ourselves. We'll be taking a few more hours to prepare for the trip, and then we will depart. And again, thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. It's been very gracious of you.
Well, you helped me a deal, and it's only right that I return the favor. But if you need anything, I will try my best to aid in any way that I can.
Splendid. At this point, Kosho would bow and then turn to leave.
He kind of gives you he doesn't quite bow, but it's like almost like slight bowing by giving like a nod. To kind of
He gives me a look of respect. I got it.
Yeah,
he does the head nod.
Yeah, it's a movement of respect. It's not quite a bow, but it's reminiscent of one.
A curtsy.
He curtsies.
He dabs.
You mean what I do in Elden Ring every time I kill someone?
Oh, you mean point down?
No, I don't do that. I do the little dance. I do the little like girly dance.
Oh, yeah, the twirl, the feminine twirl.
The twirl is so much better than the point down.
The twirl is funny. The point down just means you are a piece of shit.
I had a dude with
and you deserve everything.
I had a dude with the Rivers of Blood do the point down, and I lost all.
Yes, L2, the best weapon spam.
I thought about bringing my Rivers of Blood out when he showed up. but I didn't.
Let the bodies hit
Yeah,
the
it
floor.
just would have been a bloodbath.
Yes.
Anyways, but you reconvene with the rest of the party. Tem seems to have all of her stuff ready, which she didn't have much to begin with, but she has everything ready. And you see that Kellic has now donned his armor and is ready to travel. Them two look to be ready to get on the road. Each
Well,
probably for their own reasons, but Kellic is looking for fame and glory.
Look.
You've embedded this thought into his head, and now he's like all for it.
champion of Obscurus. I mean, hey, it does have a nice name to it.
I like the sound of that.
Yes. I guess in this
Yeah.
moment, Kosho, he'd probably go get whatever items that he has, his supplies and his mat and other dandy things. Did we didn't come here with a carriage, did we?
You guys have a carriage with a cart. that you guys
Yes,
are traveling with.
indeed. Is it in the waterfall? Where is it?
Indubitably.
It would be out in the kind of oasis area. We
Okay.
haven't really talked about it. It's just been kind of like assumed that it's been
Uh-oh.
there. Like it's just
We
been
should
there.
probably check on that cart. Okay. Well, is everybody ready?
It's probably fine.
Yes, everyone seems to be good to go.
Okay then. I guess as we depart the Obsidian Tower, saying goodbye to everybody, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Okay. You guys make your way out of the tower.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
A little
paced,
disorientated at
fast,
first
all
as you remember that the tower is upside down, before slowly kind of making your way along the ceiling to the wall and then back to the platform of which you had originated from. Originally come in from, I mean, by the door. I assume you all want to go to the door and attempt to leave.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of make your way towards this door, it does seem to open on its own as you kind of walk towards it. Kind of, you hear the gears kind of pop and move as they start shifting, and the door begins to slowly push open, giving just enough space for you all to walk through, finding yourselves back in the chamber just behind the waterfall. Would you like to try to pass through the waterfall?
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess.
Can I roll a perception check?
Strength checks or strength saving throws for anyone who has passed through the waterfall. Kellic's gonna do it.
Wait, don't I have a
Kellic just walks through. Tem is going to make an attempt.
I'm going to become a giant.
Okay.
I can just yank you through probably.
Nah, it's okay.
So roll. I think with the giant form, do you get advantage on strength or something, or what is that?
Yeah, advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Yeah.
So we're going through a waterfall?
Yeah, you're going
Oof,
back through the waterfall
thank
to get
God.
out to the oasis. You all who see ahead of you go. Tem goes. She slips, lets out a yelp, and disappears.
I got a 13.
In your giant state, you slip a little bit, but you don't have as bad of a fall as you did the day previously.
Thank God.
Oh god, I just got back.
You do kind of move along the rocks. Tem seems to have fallen into the water, and you do see that she is bleeding a little bit from whatever fall that she did have. She kind of, you see her on the other side of the thing, kind of rubbing the back of her head. And you do see a little bit of blood trickling down her neck from her little slip. Kosho, strength saving throw for me to go through the waterfall, as well as Umlaut.
Very well.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, same for your wolf. If he's going, he's got to go through too.
Can I just pull them through? Do you guys want me to just pull you through?
15.
Yeah, will that give us
you pass
advantage?
through without that much of an issue. I would say Yoten, if he's going through, I would say he needs to roll a strength saving throw. Well, no, your DC would go down for it
Okay.
if he's helping you through.
Strength save.
Yes.
Oop. That's fine. I got a dirty 20 anyway.
You
Nah,
pass through with ease.
Oh, and then
you
my
just
wolf.
stroll through.
Go show.
What?
Strength saving throw.
I did it. 15.
Oh yeah, you get through as well. You slip up a little bit, but you catch yourself. You're good. The only
My
person who
wolf
seems
got
to have
18.
your wolf just kind of soars through that thing. Does not care. So all of you get through. Tem kind of trying to figure out exactly where she cut herself as she's sitting on like the bank of the small pond. And upon looking around to find your guys' cart as well as the horse, you do find that dragonborn that you had seen the day previous, who is in there, standing beside the horse, kind of speaking to it as she's like, kind of brushing the side of its head with her hand.
Speaking in.
She's speaking in common, but it's very soft, so it's like, it's almost like a whisper, but it's not quite. It's a little difficult to hear from where you guys are standing, and with the waterfall roaring, a little difficult. But she is standing beside the horse, kind of speaking with it, or like speaking to it as she's kind of like petting it, essentially.
Who wants to approach her? I'm scared to talk to women.
I'll talk to her.
I'm scared to talk to women.
Since I'm still a giant, I'm gonna squat down and be like, "Looks like you had a bad fall. That was me yesterday.
Oh no, that's
If you
Tem.
need,
You're talking to Tem?
yeah,
Or oh no, you're talking to the one dragonborn. Sorry, I'm remembering what happened yesterday. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Continue. I apologize for interrupting you.
I'll just be like, oh, it seems like you had a bad fall. That happened to me yesterday. If you need some healing, I do have some spells, or I can just do medicine or something. I don't know.
Wait, are we talking to the kobold or the dragonborn? Now I'm confused.
Who's the one that fell?
Tem? Tem fell.
Yeah,
So yeah. Okay.
talking to
Yeah.
Tem.
She kind of looked up to you and just kind of started rubbing her head. She says that might be nice.
Can I just do a medicine check?
Yeah. You could just like essentially this would just like I would give her so much health back and essentially stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I'm rolling like shit today. That's a 9.
You found the cut. It's not bleeding profusely. It is just kind of trickling a little bit. But it does look like something that would clot on its own, and she's not going to get any health back from that roll. But
It's fine. Don't really care.
she kind of like reaches into like her bag and like pulls out like an old robe and like rips a chunk off of it and kind of presses it against the back of her head.
Does the dragonborn notice this?
She after a moment, like she does kind of glance over to all of you as she's still kind of like petting this horse.
I can't talk to animals, can I?
Do you have a spell for it?
You could use animal handling on the dragonborn?
No, the horse. No, I don't have that spell. Not prepared, at least.
You can't do it.
Just switch it up mid-combat. Oops.
Oops, oh, my bad.
No, I already went through my spells and fixed everything, so.
What is this dragonborn wearing?
She looks
Whoa.
to be
Chris.
in this kind of
Body.
It's like a this
Uh,
amethyst
khakis.
dragonborn seems to be in like a it's almost like a white like dress of sorts, something of very like high value, and it almost this whatever it's made of almost seems to have like this kind of glow to it.
So it's some sort of...
What is this?
Okay. Majesty?
Gladriel.
but a
Some sort of
dragonborn instead of a Pokemon.
nobleness to it.
There seems to be there's some nobleness or some like power to like there's something about her that's off. That's like not you can tell she's of something higher than others like her.
I'm going to say something in Sylvan to her to see if she knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where the hell is her stat block? I need her stat block to ensure I know exactly what languages she speaks. I think it's in this page. No, these are the bees.
Beep.
That was terrifying. Who swore in my Christian Minecraft server? So what are you saying in Sylvan?
Something poetic and very superfluous in
About
a
the
way
dress?
to no, just talk about the grace and aura that she's portraying.
I actually want to hear what you have to say. I want to put you on the spot here. I don't need to, but I really want to hear something.
Does that have to rhyme?
It doesn't have to.
You might have to give me a minute.
You know what? It now does. It now has to rhyme.
No, it has to rhyme.
And now it's a criteria because you said it.
Come on. You got this. Speak some bars. I'll be your Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, Kelly, get out your fucking thing and just play little notes after every line. Flowers, bees, beauty in the
Money.
breeze.
Bitches.
Who art thou?
I want you on your knees.
No, it's a haiku.
That's a 15 that Kellic rolled
Oh.
for his viol.
I'm gonna start doing a little
Bars.
dance as well.
She seems to find this amusing.
Woo! I
And
seduced her.
She responds back in Sylvan. Is this something you say to everyone that you meet along the way?
Of course not, my lady.
Tips Fedora.
Tips Fedora.
Yes.
It's actually a trilby. Thank you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go approach her and speak in common and say, "It's a fine horse you have here." Does she speak common? I really hope she does.
Yeah, that would be awkward. She talked to you guys the day before. She says, well, it isn't my horse. It's just been out here with the cart.
Oh, it's a
our
wild horse?
No, it's your
It's
horse.
ours. It's our horse.
Oh, okay.
Coach would say that in game. That's our horse.
Kella kind of puts away the golden vial that he has and kind of walks up and he says,
I thought that was her horse. Never mind.
Kella kind of comes up and kind of... she's kind of stepped away from the horse and he's kind of turned his attention to the horse. And you hear him talking to it. What languages do you speak?
Me?
Yes.
Aarakocra, Orin, Common, Druidic, Giant, and Sylvan.
Okay, you wouldn't understand what he's saying. You've heard this language before,
Draconic.
but the only people that have spoken this language, other than Kellic, have been other Lupins that you've encountered in the past, which have been a rarity, but you have encountered, and Gnolls are the only ones who have spoken this language. But you do catch a name, and he seems to call the horse Doug.
Doug.
You guys have no recollection.
Excuse
of,
me?
like, when this Kosha would know that Kellic bought this horse when they were traveling together, when everyone else was in the mirror. Nobody else would know this. So Kosha
Doug.
would know the horse's name is Doug.
Why do I not remember this?
Because I haven't said it before, because I've been forgetting to
Fuck.
mention it. But yes, Kosho would remember the horse's name is Doug.
What the shit? Wait, was its name already Doug, or did we name it Doug?
No, Kellic named it Doug when he bought it.
Okay. Okay,
So
that makes
what
sense.
the story behind this is Kellic bought the horse because the horse you guys had before was killed when you guys were traveling.
Right.
And so he immediately after bought another horse because he had the funds for it and called it Doug and brought it back and told you the horse's name and hitched him up to the thing and you guys kept going.
Doug. Amazing. I have to make a note of that now. Fuck.
The horse named Doug. He's been Doug the whole time you've been traveling, just no one's mentioned the horse. So
Doug. D-O-U-G?
yes, the only way.
Or is it D-U-G-G?
No, it's D-O-U-G.
Doug.
Doug the horse.
Wait,
Cool.
we've met this Dragonborn before?
You met her the day before. She fell backwards into the pit below Zeldrif's tower.
Oh, when we first walked in.
Yes.
Her name is
Distillo. She told you
Distillo. Okay,
Mm.
sorry. I just got Calder's notes, so I'm adding to all of it.
that. Gotcha.
I'm still writing my dumb notes. I hope you put a note of the poem that I said. It's a banger.
Don't worry, we have record of it.
I can pull the transcript.
Oh, don't worry. I wrote it. I remembered it.
Okay.
I'm scarred for life now.
Scarred for life. All right. But yes, she tells you that it is not her horse,
It's Doug.
but it's Doug.
What brings you here?
Well, I live here.
Come here often.
Yeah, I get to come here often. I live here.
Oh, along with Zeldrif and the others?
Well, in a way.
In the Dragonborn covert.
Splendid. Well, I hope you've had a wonderful conversation with the horse, but we're going to be on our way to Stonefarm.
Well, in that case, you all have safe travels. She gives you one more smile and then proceeds to walk past you all to the pond, from which she kind of, as she gets to the edge of it, kind of glances back one more time, and you see her eyes kind of flash for a moment, and her head almost seems to be changing shape slightly before she dives into the pond. And there's a brief moment that nothing happens before a large tail kind of whips out of the pond for a moment and then descends into this very, very deep aquatic pit.
Well then. We missed out, but that's okay. We can come back to that later.
I guess we're gonna head out to
Doug.
Doug.
I had to.
That's just the horse doesn't neigh, he just goes, Doug.
Doug. You know what? I want that to be canon. That's canon now. The horse doesn't actually neigh. That's why his name's Doug. He just says Doug.
Oh, wait, no, I gotta text you something that's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, fuck. Oh, here we go. All right, but you all begin your travels. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you begin your travels. Would someone like to roll a perception check for the first day?
I
can.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's a crit fail.
Are you taking the disenchanted joke?
No.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Laughing Horse. That was from Disenchanted.
But it would be a funny subplot that no
That
one would ever get to live through, but it would be funny as lore.
That would be pretty funny. I'm gonna make a note.
Wait, someone already did perception?
Yeah, it was a fail. Someone else can also roll if they would like, but
I got a dirty 20.
dirty 20. All right.
Yeah.
Umlik was originally supposed to be taking watch for this journey, but seemed to have been a bit distracted along the way.
What you distracted by?
Orion, who's kind of just chilling, just found himself being the one on watch for the first day. As you all travel, nothing out of the ordinary happens.
Not on
Pretty-
my watch.
pretty relaxing trip for the most part, and you guys get back to that one. You get pretty close to that one area that you guys had originally started off where there was the fork of like the 3 paths you could take. Would you like to camp for the night, or would you like to keep moving?
What do you all say?
Moving and
Y'all want to make the con save? Let's do it. I'm down. I'm ready for it.
Doug also has to make the con save. You know what I've done this entire time? I've not had dice on my desk.
Actually, wait. Can I?
What if I
Okay.
carry
So
Doug?
can I use flurry of blows with my PP healing hands on Doug to make us keep going, or at least to give us advantage on that con save?
What are the effects of the hands for that?
We're doing a con save? What the hell? What did I miss?
We're attempting. Well, would you like us to camp, or do you want to keep going? If we keep going, then we have to make this con save.
It's a con save to keep yourself from becoming exhausted, essentially.
Yeah, and so
Ooh.
I was hoping that we could get advantage on it by using my where is it?
PP
Where is
poo-poo
it?
hands.
Oh,
Yeah, the PP poo poo
I think
hands.
it only heals. I don't know if it does anything else.
You can end let's see. You can restore healing points, and then
I'm down to fucking do the con save.
I don't think I can cure exhaustion.
If we fail the con save, what happens?
I can cure
You get-
paralysis, blinded, deaf, and poisoned or stunned. So
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. You essentially gain a point of exhaustion. Doug will roll the con save. Doug passes with flying colors.
yeah.
Ugh.
All right,
Let's
now it's
go.
time. Now it's time to roll for everyone else.
Alrighty then.
Kellic passes.
I
10 passes.
got a 21.
All right, you pass.
Should I roll or are you rolling?
Everyone
for me?
roll it, because you all are kind of
Roll
starting
it.
off.
Okay.
That's a pass.
Ooh,
Kosho, you are exhausted. You have 1
that's
point of exhaustion.
unfortunate. Okay. Cool beans.
The stress
Can
of
I carry him? So I'm
You
feeling
guys
so
are-
incredibly vigorous.
You guys are in a cart. He's just tired from staying up so long.
Can I carry him in the cart?
You're just gonna hold him, just
Yeah.
cradle him like a baby.
Rock him to sleep.
Kosho
Give him
would
advantage
attempt to
on his
struggle
neck.
against it, but eventually he would be held down by the enormous weight of Jotun's arms.
Just accept the fact he's being
He's
cradled.
so cozy.
He would put the mask on as a sense of comfort.
It's Yotan and his child.
He doesn't want to be seen. He's like extremely just. He is ill-willed at the moment.
This is not okay, but I'll take it.
He is allowing it for now.
Alright, so you guys continue to travel through the night. Getting through the night, reaching the morning without any issues, because I'm keeping your current perception checks. And you reach that original fork and continue to travel northwards along the path towards Stonefarm from this area. So it is the next day. Someone roll me another perception check, because we're entering a new set of 24
I got it this time.
As well.
Perception.
14.
That's right. 20.
20. Alright. You guys travel through the next day. Once again, pretty uneventful. You guys are making fantastic time as well. Seems that things seem to be on your side at the moment as you guys are moving along. But you do get through the second day. Technically, you've done the equivalent of what would be 3 days worth of travel because you have not stopped. Doug is going to need another con save. And Doug seems tired.
That's okay, Doug. You've done a lot.
Yeah, he
Very
seems to
well.
be. By this point, he seems to be panting very heavily. At
The
times
workhorse.
seems a bit wobbly, but he does seem to still be on his feet.
Doug the Iron Hoof.
I feel like you.
Let's say we make camp.
I'm saying we can't provide.
Where are we at this point in time?
You are about a day's travel north of that one spot, so you're about halfway to where you remember Agrog's tower being.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you made pretty fair distance. You guys did 3 days worth of traveling in 2 days, so
Awesome.
because of awesome con saves. So you all make camp, gathering your resources, making a fire.
Really just depends on Doug's con save, but
Yeah, Doug is very happy to be allowed to rest. Did someone just shoot a firework outside my apartment? There's gunshots. I'm in Detroit.
oh, just gunshots.
Just gunshots. Fucking 9mm bullet passes through my walls.
The gat got no bedtime.
Living in your walls.
They're living in your walls. I don't know if the stream can hear that.
I can.
Yeah,
You're hearing it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear it.
Oh my god. Like that it's that loud? Holy shit.
It's pretty noticeable on my end.
That's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, fireworks, or someone's getting shot at, I don't know.
You get the bed.
So you all rest for the night. Who wants to take first watch if you guys want to do that? You do not have the dome.
I'm gonna be down and out.
I'll be
Kosher's
watch.
All right. If no one else says yes to it, Kellic will take first watch with Yotan.
Before I pass out, or before Kosho passes out, could he hand Kalik a heal or the greater healing potion that he has in his reserves?
Yes.
Okay,
Just keep it in your inventory, but he
Since-
does have it with him. Oh, no, he has one. He has one with him. He chews it off.
Since everyone's asleep,
Okay.
Yoten's gonna walk over to Kellic and just plop down next, start scratching that spot on his ear.
Oh no, we're doing this bit again.
Animal handling.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say animal handling.
No!
You can't find that spot you found before. And he kind of like several times kind of shoos you away as he's like trying to like fiddle with something. Just like
He's
Yeah,
trying to
shit.
fiddle with it. Fiddle with his fiddle.
actually at first he's trying to roll up some holly leaf, but he keeps getting distracted by someone scratching his ear, so he can't make the blunt.
All right, we're taking this man to rehab.
He does give up after a while though, because he can't get it with Yotan trying to scratch him. And then just
You want
ends up-
scratches? Come on, you want scratches?
he ends up just kind of like instead kind of polishing his glaive and is like sharpening it. But other than that, it just your first roll perception check actually for your first bit of the night. He's going to do the same. Wow. The first few hours of the night passes. You continuously trying to give Kellic scourges and him rejecting them before you reach the peak of the night. Nothing really happening. Birds, a couple of like owls pass by in the night, a couple of bats overhead. Other than that, nothing too seeming out of the ordinary. Who would you like to wake up to take? I guess Yotan doesn't really sleep. He just kind of rests. Who would Kellic wake up? Kellic would get Orion up. And Kellic would go over to Orion, kind of nudge his shoulder, try to wake you.
See you as a threat. And he can
Just kind of
still
like,
take that lying down.
huh?
So that if he's willing to wake you up, like, I mean, you can see you as a threat. Don't take that lying down. Literally, and
And kind of, yeah, he bumps your shoulder, Orion, and just like, hey, psst, hey,
I'll
Orion.
roll over. And be like, is it the morning already?
Can you take next watch?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Kind of gives you a smile and thumbs up. And goes over to his things and kind of curls up into a ball next to his pack. Just kind of immediately passes out, like within moments.
All right.
Perception checks.
23.
Oof, spicy.
It was a nat 20.
Damn.
dirty.
Okay.
Bro, we observant as fuck.
Apparently, you guys are very, very observant. As you go through the night, this part of the night, the activity seems to be less. Uh, Animals stop kind of moving around this point for some reason. You don't hear much. There is a point, though, some distance away, very far distance, you hear the faint noise of like a blast of some sort. Whether it's an explosion or something else, you hear a loud, not like it's a loud crack from wherever it is, but from where you're at, it's very quiet. It would have been very easy to miss. But it's the only one that happens, and it's silent other than that.
I'm gonna just turn. I'm gonna look over at Yota and just be like, should we check on that or just kind of ignore it?
It sounds to
I
be based on the
agree.
sound. It's several. It sounds to be probably several miles away.
Okay. I
All
guess
right.
we'll just ignore it for now.
All right. The last shift comes up. Who would you like to awake if you want to awake anyone?
Um, nah, I won't wake anyone up.
Okay. Kind of settle back down. Yodan, last check. One more for me, please. 16. Rest of the night goes uneventful. You don't seem to notice anything. There's a time you do see kind of Doug making noises in his sleep, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. And the sun begins to rise the next morning. Kellic begins to stir around the point that you begin to notice the sun rising, letting out kind of a long yawn before moving back over to the fairly dead fire and beginning to kind of relight it. Would you like to wake anyone up, Yotan, or just like let everyone rouse on their own?
Let everyone rouse.
Probably shouldn't have used that word. I feel like you enjoyed that word too much.
Aroused.
All right, the rest of you, as the sun begins to peek up, kind of as the light kind of hits your eyes, begin to regain consciousness for the day. Is there anything you guys would like to do this morning before hitting the road, or?
Upon waking, Kosha would greet everybody, and if there are any berry bushes or shrubberies nearby, Kosha would try to look for specifically poisonous-looking berries, as well as the D&D equivalent of poison ivy.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
some. I'll do some
Nature
foraging
check.
Just want to give
myself.
people minor
Okay.
rash.
But yeah, specifically poison ivy related. I need something
I-
that gives off that itch.
I got a 6. I'm just looking for healing stuff.
You don't find much,
13.
Orion.
Huh?
13. Orion, you don't find much for what you're
Or you
looking
could
for.
find
I
you could
gotcha.
find ant venom
Um,
or like bug venom. That also causes.
all right, Kosho. Searching about, you do find a couple of poisonous berry bushes. Things such as, deadly nightshade, kind of about this place. And some of them at first you would have missed because it looks like some of these bushes grow with non-poisonous berries and seem to blend in with them. Like when you initially found them, you thought they were just kind of your standard blueberries, but then realized that they had a slightly darker shade than the blueberries that you
Than the
would have been taking with
traditional.
them. Yeah, there were blueberries amongst them, but there were also just deadly nightshade.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and collect those and make sure that they are separated from any other ingredients that I find.
Okay, so I'd say you'd probably collect and just make like a note of it, like 2 pouches worth.
Goody. Goody.
Okay, so you've collected some poisonous berries. Anyone else have anything they would wish to do for the morning? I take that
Oh,
as
yeah,
a
was
no.
there was there anything to do with the poison ivy?
No, you didn't find any of that.
Rats. Okay, very well.
There were no rats either.
What about any like poisonous insect have venom?
That would have been a different check.
I mean, I'm willing to make that check if I can find, yeah, I guess insect venom nearby or spider
It is
venom or
also
something.
you guys are
Um,
you are in winter at this point, so insects are a little less common.
you said insight?
No, I said you are in winter at the moment.
Oh, oh, right.
It is a
Oof.
bit colder at the moment.
Ah,
Not like
yes.
super
Okay.
cold for you guys, but it
They're
is a
not going
bit
to be
colder.
out here. Okay,
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's worth a check. You're already here.
All right. What do I roll for this? Investigation or
It
nature?
would be nature again.
All right.
The check's going to be fairly high, but it will be check.
I got a 3.
Yeah, you don't. You
Yeah.
Yo, look, a rock.
Wow, some snow.
This is incredible.
Amazing.
But you have deadly nightshade, so you got something.
Goody. I'll be sure to get it or put it to good use.
You all kind of get back together to like get all your stuff together, get it on the cart. Kellic kind of feeding Doug a little bit in the morning and then strapping him back to the cart. You begin to go on your way once more. Perception checks, whoever wishes to do it.
Me.
Oh, it's a 10.
25.
Wow.
16.
14.
14, 16. All right. Everyone that was above a 10, as you all were traveling, around probably mid-afternoon, you hear some voices kind of in a clearing ahead of all of you. At first, you can't see them due to the trees blocking the way. The voices do appear to be speaking in Giant, though. And it does sound like there are 3 of them speaking very harshly from within a clearing ahead of you.
I know giant. What are they saying?
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay.
Well, can I hear what they're saying?
You're getting bits and pieces about. They sound like they almost are interrogating someone, like demanding to be told why the person's where they are and if they've seen certain people and things of that nature. And you hear another voice that sounds, for you, Orion, sounds a little familiar, but you can't pinpoint it off the top of your head. That seems to be trying to respond, but is often being cut off.
I'm gonna wild shape into a bird.
I'd like to follow him while stealth.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Do I also have to roll stealth?
Because you're a bird, I'd say roll stealth. Your DC is a little
Fuck.
smaller.
God damn it. Okay.
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay.
I'm not necessarily trying to be stealthy because I don't think they're
Well,
gonna
your
see a
DC
bird
is
and be
your
like,
DC
"Ooh."
is super low because you're a bird.
Okay.
You wouldn't look too super suspicious, but you do land on a branch kind of like overlooking this clearing, and you see in the middle of the clearing there are 3 Sarstagian soldiers surrounding what looks to be a Firbolg in a robe of sorts. Firbolg's kind of on the ground, kind of hands up, kind of protecting certain vital places on the body, like the back of the neck, back of the head type deal. and is trying to answer these soldiers who keep kind of like kicking at him and pushing him and demanding answers, but aren't really giving him the chance to respond. Kosho, what was your role again?
Nothing good. I got an 8.
An 8.
I don't
Okay.
want to follow the bird too closely, but I would like to stay within range.
You do notice Orion. One of the soldiers does kind of glance over in the direction of where you saw Kosho go, but hasn't
Mhm.
kind of he has a few, it looks like he has a suspicion of there's something or someone nearby, but hasn't pinpointed anyone yet.
What is the range that we're in? How far are they from me?
This clearing itself is about 60 feet wide.
Cool.
They are about in the middle, so they're about 30 from you.
Cool. Good to know. You said what kind of race are they?
They are all Goliaths.
Nah.
They're all dressed in Sarvathian armor.
I'm going to get out of wild shape, but stay in the tree kind of stealthily.
Roll another stealth check to
Oh
enter
boy.
this new state.
That's a 12.
You make a little bit of noise, but the one individual kind of glances over at you too, but doesn't quite see. It didn't seem that he sees you, but seems to
Mhm.
have a suspicion that there are people around.
Can I cast something?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud in the middle of the field.
Okay. Um, remind
It's
me
a
exactly what it does.
it's just a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered around the point. So I'm just gonna do it around them so they can't really see out of it. It just says it's heavily obscured, and it lasts for I don't know, an hour, I think. Yeah, an hour.
You hear them all shout, and you hear Orion would understand him. One of them yell a name in Giant, which he yells "Watcher," and they seem to clang their swords against their shields from within this fog cloud. And I'd like you all
Um,
to roll initiative because technically you're in combat now.
oh baby, that is a fucking nat 20. So 21.
Okay. Where's all my paper? All my paper disappeared all at once, and I don't know why. All right. So Orion is on the top. Okay. Actually, what's your dex mod?
1.
Okay. Just
So
like
it's 21 overall.
okay. Just taking some notes. Give me a moment.
Oh no.
All right. What's the everyone else's rolls?
I got a
20.
14.
You say 20, Umla?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay. Kosho?
14.
Yotan. Yotan. Give up.
Sorry, I was muted. What'd you say?
Oh, initiative. What was your roll?
Oh, my bad.
Got scared for a moment. I thought you fell asleep again. I was
No,
like,
I'm
did
good.
we lose him again?
Why do I always lose where this is? Okay, there it is.
Damn.
10.
Oh God,
What?
Clunk rolls super high. 10.
Can I get a bonus on initiative rolls?
Yeah.
As a
Do you have
barbarian?
an
Yeah.
A next to it? It should have advantage if
Yeah.
there's an A next to it.
Not 20.
All
2
right.
nat 20s and a 1 dirty 20.
Everyone roll. There's 3 nat 20s involved in this initiative roll. This is
Hell yeah.
ridiculous. I think that's everyone. Oh wait, no. Tem is on the bottom of the list. Yeah, Tem is last. Okay. So, starting this initiative, one of these soldiers rushes kind of in your guys' direction, coming out of the smoke, and seems to stop and seems to prepare himself, kind of holding up his shield and is ready for combat, but doesn't seem to take an action of any kind because he doesn't see anyone.
How far is he within me?
He is rough. He gets to the edge of the smoke, so he's 10 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna use my reaction, so he has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. What is the DC?
14.
What is the effects of the spell that you're using?
He's charmed. His speed is 0, and then he's incapacitated.
Okay. You see his eyes kind of glaze over and he lowers his shield and just kind of standing there. The other two seem to rush out in different directions and they seem to be also on the edge of the smoke, kind of to the left and the right. And they seem to be looking around frantically for anyone who might be attacking. Orion, it's now your turn.
Cool. And I can see all of them.
You can see all of them. They've all emerged from that smoke cloud.
All right. I'm going to. So I have 2 shots with my crossbow. Can I shoot one at both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Do you want me to just do both the hits and then do roll damage for both?
Yeah, let's roll for both and then we'll see which one hit.
The other one's a 8, so that probably didn't hit.
No, that did not hit. He turns and pretty much clocks you and just kind of deflects your arrow off into the trees.
All right. Well, the first one, I'm gonna roll base damage. That's a 3, and then, what kind of fucking damage do I want to do? I'll do cold damage. Yeah,
Cold
do
damage?
cold damage.
Okay. Roll the damage for cold.
3, so it's 3 more, so 6 overall.
You notice, and you'd be able to notice this, unlike most people, whenever they are hit with like an ice thing and the ice kind of forms on them, it doesn't seem to form on his skin.
Good to know.
And it's now Kellick's turn, who the rest of you who are still in the cart see him fling himself over the side of the cart and rushes forward with his glaive at the one that, because he rushes into the thing. He hadn't seen anything until this moment. He rushes forward with his glaive and he's going to attack the one that is standing there, the one that you charmed, because he doesn't know any better. Which his first attack would get advantage because he is charmed. He's actually going to miss. He strikes the dude's shield as the dude's kind of wavered there.
Oh my god, their ACs must be high as shit.
They're in very thick armor and are wielding shields, so
He gets advantage on that?
he got advantage and he missed with advantage.
Oh.
Though the dude's still charmed, so he's going to try again because he does get multiple attacks. This one will hit, and he will strike him for 10 points of damage, which will break the charm. And he's going to try a third strike, and is going to miss. And then he's going to stand there ready with his glaive. Actually, no, he'll take a bonus action to hit one more time. And he will hit. And do another 12 points of damage. As you guys can see in the thing.
Pretty pog.
The soldier is going to, as he gets struck, seems to retaliate. And is going to strike at Kellick. with his longsword. And is going to hit Kellic for 11 points of damage. So Kellic gets slashed kind of in the arm a little bit and kind of snarls at this Goliath who just slashed at him. It is now Umlik's turn.
So how many people are there that we're fighting right
There
now?
are three that you can see. The three Goliaths that are before. Well, once you get to the clearing, you can see them, but you know there is a fight in the clearing.
Okay. How many feet away is the clearing?
From you, it's like 15 feet.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
I'm going to.
how many
what?
nat 20s were there?
There were
I had
three
a
for
dirty
initiative.
20.
Oh, I had a nat 20. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were three for initiative.
So I'm going to use my Spear of the Beast and turn into a giant ape.
Yes. The ape.
Yeah.
It's a very
And
that's a favorite one for people.
yeah. Yeah, I'm going to since it's my spear, I can use it kind of as a bonus action, right? Or is it an action?
What does your spear say about it? Or does it not?
It doesn't really. It
It's the
says
spell polymorph, so it is an action to use.
yeah, the holder can use a spell polymorph 2 times a day to become a creature with a chance rating equal to her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure polymorph is a action to cast.
Uh, uh, yes, it is an action. Okay.
Yeah, so you can become the ape and then get into the fray.
Yeah,
Become
I'll do
monkey.
that.
Reject humanity, become monkey. So you move forward. Are you posting up next to Kellic?
Yeah, I'll kind of protect Kellic, yeah.
So you get up next to him, and
Do I
he kind of
gain my 10 hit points of the like monster I turn into?
you gain their HP.
Okay,
It's a
yeah,
second
that's
health
what I
bar.
mean.
Yeah, it's a second health bar essentially.
Cool. Okay.
Polymorph
That's
is one of I think is one of the most powerful spells in the game.
yeah.
And no one's going to convince me otherwise. All right, it's Jotan's turn.
All right, so I'm gonna reach the clearing, if that's possible, in one
Yep. It's
one
15
fell
feet.
swoop.
I think you have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, I do.
So you have.
Because I got the additional 10 from barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I make it, right?
Yeah, you can make it to clearing. You have 15 feet left.
Can I try and intimidate the Goliaths or like bring them to me, like through? I don't know, through not through intimidation, but through intimidation, but through like antagonizing them.
You would need to roll. It would be a form of persuasion, technically. Or. Because it wouldn't be intimidation. Intimidation induces fear. It would either be persuasion or performance. Of trying to goat them to come towards you.
For banter.
Essentially.
All right, then I'll just do intimidation. Yeah,
Just to try to
Taunt
induce
him.
fear into them.
yeah, 19.
19. And he's going to roll against you. Holy shit. Wow. You were supposed to be built better. Why are you bad? Alright, this Goliath seems to be kind of taken aback by the fact that there's a giant gorilla, an armored wolfman, and a very intimidating undead Goliath in a mask. Is a little taken back. You're not sure if he's frightened or not, but you are sure that he is now a bit weary and cautious of this new situation. His friends, on the other hand, are too far away to really pay no mind, so they seem to be fine at the moment. Kosho,
Yes.
you are on the edge of the clearing. You can see the man to the left, and you can barely you can't see the one on the other side because of the fog cloud. But you can
The
see
man
man
to the left is nearest to Calic, right?
That's the one that came out. The one to your right is the one that's nearest to Kellic.
Ooh. Okay then. I guess I'll go to strike the closer one.
Do you want to go? They're equal distance to you. Do you want to go to the one that's on
Oh.
Kellic or the unharmed one, or the one
Oh,
who's been
straight.
shot? The one who's been shot with an arrow.
I'll go towards the one the one that Kellic is engaging then. And I will try to impose a stunning strike.
Okay. Roll an attack roll on our man here that everyone wants a piece of.
22.
That's a hit. Roll damage, and he's got to roll a con save.
All right, that's 8 damage, and then the con save.
And what is the DC?
Where is it? 15.
You see him arch back a little bit, kind of gritting his teeth before he turns his head to you, kind of irritated. Didn't seem to hold. It got close, it seemed like, but it didn't seem to hold.
Okay.
You still have
Very well.
more attacks, I know.
Yeah, then
I think you have like 3 attacks.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, then I'll just go ahead and use the other 2 attacks then.
Okay.
First one, yeah, 24.
Okay, that hits.
8 damage. And then the next one's 25. And that's 9 damage.
Did you roll damage for the first?
Yes. So 8, 8, and 9.
8, 8, and 9.
Wow, that's like 25.
Math.
Yes.
Shit.
Indeed.
This is the worst part of D&D. This is like the one thing I hate is the.
Yeah.
So
There we go. Yep. And now you have your bonus action. That was hot.
Thank you.
let's see here. I don't think. No, I don't need to use. I don't want to use any key.
Okay. So you're ending your turn?
Actually, you know what? I'll use Flurry of Blows on Kellic and use the Healing Strike on him.
Okay. I was like, what? All right.
Yeah. So,
Roll the
like,
heal.
what? Can I just, like... I guess I'll just go... Wait, so do I have to roll to hit or roll to heal, specifically?
Roll the heal,
Okay.
because he would let you do this because you are healing him, and he would know you
Okay.
could do this.
Okay. Let's see. Restore...
I'm picturing it like equivalent of almost like the chi blocking from Avatar, but it's not causing people to go limp.
Okay, so that's a 1d6 plus 3. Okay. Alright, that's a 6. So plus 3, that's 9. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's
He is healed.
one of the strikes. I know Flurry of Blows is like 2
Yes,
hits.
2. And then the second one is a 6.
Holy shit.
So 9 and 6. So 15 health.
All of that cut that was on his arm, gone. Not even a trace of it.
Awesome.
All right, so that's the end of your turn. Tem is going to rush forward. You see Tem emerge behind you, and you see her kind of almost do a slide through Kellic's legs, and she is going to jab at the Sarthagian. And she is going to miss with her first hit. She's going to try a second time, and she's going to hit with the second. And upon hitting, she is going to inflict 32 piercing damage.
Jesus.
She is a rogue. And you guys have
Yeah, that makes sense.
you have proxter ability. And she is also going. She did 36.
Or doesn't she have
33.
Oh, never
33
mind.
points. Sorry, I said the wrong number. 33 points of damage. Plus, she is going to also inflict 5 points of radiant damage because of her rapier.
Is that the one that I stunned at the beginning of combat?
Yeah.
So he's just like fucking got
he's
ganged
bloodied.
up on.
He's bloodied. Like there's a lot of him on the ground, essentially.
So one's untouched, one is bloodied, and one has been hit like once.
Essentially, yeah.
Gotcha.
One has been hit with an arrow. One is just completely fine. The other one is not. And that is the. And then she is going to scoot back behind Kellic and kind of use him as a shield. All right. Kosho.
Oh.
You notice off the corner of your eye a glint of light.
Oh no.
For only a moment, and I need to actually fix something real quick. That isn't here. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. That's it. Okay. You see a glint of light off to your left. And you all hear a loud bang. Before Kosho, you feel something pass through you and inflict. You take 40 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Holy
As you have been
shit.
shot with a rifle. Of some sort.
Fuck. Okay. And I'm guessing I was surprised by this.
You were shocked by this.
There was
Like
no
you-
way for me
you
to
saw
deflect
this
that.
glint?
Is it like
And
a
then-
harpoon gun where it's like attached at the other end still?
No. You
Damn.
You did see exactly where it came from, and you see a cloaked figure with a long black beak peering at you through the bushes.
Oh, fun.
We need to take
And
care of the
giddy.
range guy first, honestly.
You guys want to go after that, or should I?
You should,
as
because I
they
need to take
notice
care of the
you-
Goliaths.
As they
gotcha.
notice you
I'm
do
also
this,
here for the
you
Goliath.
see
so-
them lift their rifle up, and they are going to attempt to make the hide action.
Another ranged person or a person who can close the distance very quickly within one
And
turn. I
they-
can do it, but I need to take care of the Goliaths. So
The individual disappears from your sight.
I can
Kinda
throw a
ducks
rock
into the
in
bush
if
and
you want.
vanishes.
he'll be back. That's what I'm saying. Someone's
Bastard.
got to be like ready for it.
It's back to the soldier's turn. The two are going to move towards you all. One is going to attempt to strike Kosho. Which this would hit, but Kellic grabs you by the back of your shirt and drags you back and is going to take the hit for you.
Is he using interception?
He's using body shield, which is his feet that he has.
Wow.
Dude, I wish I had that feat. That was my whole fucking character. Was that I
And
wanted?
he is going to take 11 points of slashing damage for you. And you are now behind him, so he is procs their attention because he is in front of them and not behind them.
Splendid.
So let's roll some more attacks on him. That's going to miss. So the first Goliath missed on him. The second one misses its first hit and crits the second hit. Is going to hit him for another 15 points of slashing, which he takes willingly. And the third guy is going to attack the giant ape. Because that's a threat. What's the AC of the ape?
12.
First one hits. Second one hits. So you are going to... The ape is going to take... 18 points of slashing damage from 2 hits.
Ain't shit.
The giant ape I know has like a shit ton of health, so this means nothing. All right. And the one that was injured is going to... You see him kind of straighten up a little bit, spit blood out, as he seems to be readying himself for the next attack on him. It is now Orion's turn.
Do I have a general idea where this? I'm assuming a Kenku was hiding in the bushes.
You guys saw him, and then he ducked away and disappeared.
If not, just try and focus down the guy we're about to kill. One less
I
enemy
mean-
is always important.
I was gonna let you guys beat him because you guys have initiative before him. So one hit, he's dead probably. I was gonna go after the other guy that I've already hit once and start whittling him down. But are all the Goliaths? Actually, never mind.
They're all within range of Kellic.
Well, I know that I had an idea, but I don't think I want to do it. Just in case.
And they're also in range of everyone else that is right there.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna do Freedom of the Waves, but I think they're gonna fucking pass that one. I mean, can I do a perception check to try to see if I can find this Kenku?
Yeah.
Or can I do insight?
It would be perception.
That's a 14.
You have no clue where this Kenku disappeared to.
Okay.
They seem to be very slippery, kind of like how Tem was. Just with a rifle.
All right. Well, I guess since I can't find him and like attack him, I'm going to do what I was going to do. Hope that's okay with everyone else.
What would that be?
I'm gonna go after the one that I've already attacked once.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to attack him with Thorn Whip.
Okay.
Actually, real fast, I'm going to become a giant.
You're going to have to come out of this tree.
Oh, I'm flying towards him because I have to get
Okay.
closer.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Technically, I'm in range, but I'm gonna fly towards him, become a giant, and then I'm gonna do Thorn Whip.
Okay. Roll that attack.
That's a 17.
He puts up his shield and manages to deflect your whip.
Oh my god. Okay. I can't do anything else, can I?
You have a bonus action. If you
I just did my bonus
you
action.
did your bonus action. Never mind.
I mean, fuck it. I have the lucky feet. Might as well use it.
Yeah, you can use it for that. Yeah.
Hello? Why is it not working?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That's a nat 20, but that's a 27?
Well, if it's a nat 20, you hit. You're going to hit, and you roll double damage. So
Do I just roll 6 die, or do I roll double the die, or do I just double the number?
double the die.
Okay. Woo. I also get to add a 1d6 because of as a giant.
Yeah.
Does that become 2d6?
No, it's just the weapon damage.
Okay. So it's 7d6.
Actually, I think that does double because technically sneak attack also doubles in dice whenever you crit.
That's fine.
So yeah, I'll let you double it because that's
18, 22, 27, 30, 35. And I'm also going to proc my fire rune.
Oh my lord.
Which means they take 2 extra d6 and they must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained. So they take oh shit, what was my number? 37?
It was 35 you told me.
So 35, so they take 42 and they have to beat DC 14 strength.
Okay. DC 14?
14.
They just pass it.
That's fine. I kind of figured they would. I'd try to avoid strength checks, but I thought might as well go all out for this one.
Well, you did a shit ton of damage. He is bleeding pretty heavily. This slash you did seemed to have opened a large wound in his chest and is bleeding profusely through his chainmail. It's now Kellick's turn, who seemed to be a bit enraged. You see Kellick. He is going to, with his glaive, he's going to make 3 attacks. first on the guy that's in front of him, which that's 9 points of damage. And then he's going to do another one, which is going to miss. And then miss. In his anger, he's going to miss both of his last 2 attacks. Because he did that, he's going to action surge to get 3 more attacks. Because he is in a rage. That's going to hit for... He's going to do another 12 points of damage. And he's going for another hit. Do another... he decapitates the man.
Woo!
You see him like an Elden Ring kind of pull, like a pole arm kind of ability, kind of like when you use what's her name's pole blades, the spin attack that he does. You can do. Essentially, he does that and then just proceeds to lob the dude's head off. And then he is going to turn to the one on the left, the one that Orion had whipped, and is going to use his last attack on him. And is going to hit him for 9 points of slashing damage. And that'll be the end of Kellick's turn and the beginning of Umlick's turn.
So there's one that's really bloodied and one that's untouched, and the Kengu's in the bushes and nobody knows where they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so theoretically speaking, what is it going to take for me to pick up a man and snap him in half? As I am a huge size.
Go after the untouched one.
Or on the contrary, to pick him up and to throw him.
The throwing him would be easier. If he was on like significantly like low health, I would let you rip him in half depending on certain rolls. But
Yeah, who's the guy in front of me?
He's the
He's
untouched.
dead.
He's the untouched?
He's the untouched one?
Yeah, the untouched one.
I'll just beat the fuck out of him. All right.
You could pick him up and chuck him. Like, that is an option. Throwing him is 100% an option.
Yeah. No, I'd rather just beat the fuck out of him.
Okay.
He did just attack me. I did think about throwing him, but it'd be less lethal if I was to throw him than it would if I was to...
Just slam the shit out of him.
Yeah. All right. I'll make fucking...
Let's Donkey Kong this shit real quick. Nintendo, we didn't say his name.
Donkey Dong.
Donkey Dong.
I'm just gonna use this as name to hit.
Donkey Dong.
So that's
Donkey
a nat
Kong.
20. So 29 to hit. Nat 20.
Roll that double damage, my guy.
Yeah, so that's 60, 10.
Dear God. Monkey do damage.
That's only
I
my
have
first attack.
Okay.
So that's 1 plus, so that's 33 damage on the first hit.
Holy shit.
And then hit, that's 27 to hit. Does that hit?
That hits.
All
the guy's
right.
putting his shield up and is just getting hammered into the ground.
That's another.
He's getting hammered.
So that is
What?
24 damage. 22 damage, I'm sorry. Miscalculated.
22. Holy
To the
shit.
next one.
What color is this gorilla? Is this ape?
Oh, he's a silver gorilla for sure.
Oh, silverback. Silverback gorilla.
So then
Interesting.
it's my wolf's turn, which I forgot he had a turn last time. So he's gonna do his bite.
Munchy, munchy, crunchy.
So he got, that's what is it, an 18? 18 to hit? Is that hit?
That just hits.
Okay. And he does. Oh, no, that's not it.
Yes.
And that's plus, how much is that? So that's 7 damage, and it's got to make a DC 11 strength throw or be knocked prone.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Did you roll it?
Yeah.
Does he have like a plus? Okay.
Okay,
and then I get another.
He would almost have to crit fail to fail some of these saves.
And then I get another attack. So he's got multi-attack. So does that mean I make 2 fist attacks when I make a regular attack?
Does it say how many he gets?
Yeah, two fist attacks.
So it's 2 fist attacks, and that's it.
Okay, so for one single attack, I get 2 fist attacks.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I get another attack. So it's my wolf. It's my ranger companion. So I'm gonna roll again. Where's my +9? That's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. Roll that damage. I'm gonna quickly spring a leak while you roll that damage. I'm taking
Do it.
All right, 3d10, 2, 3. So that's 16 plus 6, so another 22.
Okay, I think this giant's dead.
Rolled, oh, that's a crit fail. So well,
I mean, what can we say? We put in work, you know.
so that's 22 more damage.
I was over here plotting my fucking turn for like 5 minutes. I was like, what's the most amount of damage I can do?
Yeah, I just want to tell you that my character's very quiet, but I will kill all of you in a heartbeat. That's all
Fucks.
I'm gonna say.
Dude, he fucks.
It was so funny because when we first started the session, it was like I texted Evan. I was like, these motherfuckers gonna keep talking. I'm gonna turn into a whale and crush them all. Because I could turn into
I'll turn into a whale with you.
I could turn into any beast that's got my level. So their creature rating has to be my level, and I'm level 11. So
While we have a little lull in the combat, quick question. I have conjure animals. Should I just conjure 8 giant wolf spiders to attack this fucking Kenku?
I think I also have conjure animals.
You trying to do a giant poisonous snake or giant wolf spider? They both have blind sight, so I'm hoping that will
Are
help
they
with their.
challenge rating of
Okay,
1/4?
I'm back.
Yeah, they are.
So how much damage did you say?
22.
22?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Can I, after beating him, is that like fatal?
He's extremely bloodied, but he is not dead.
Oh, damn it.
Wait.
Okay. All right. As my bonus action, I'm going to sit on him now.
Are you killing the healthy one?
Yeah, the dude
Yes.
who just had full health, but now does not.
Yeah.
He's that was you did 84 points of damage
Woo.
in a single
Yeah.
turn.
And my other attack didn't even hit. It missed.
Yeah.
So
Yotan!
So who's left on the field?
The two bloodied Goliaths.
Oh, they're about dead. Okay,
Can I use
One of them-
Can I roll a perception check to try and see the Kenku?
that'd be a
Yeah,
fantastic.
roll a perception check.
y'all keep looking for the Kinku
Sorry, my
because
fucking thing signed
as
out.
as my like bonus action, I'm gonna tell the party. And I guess do I speak? I'd speak ape. Can I speak common as a polymorph or no?
What does
No.
the ape say? I think it's whatever the based on the ape.
Yeah, you cannot when polymorph as a creature, you cannot speak any other
All right.
language.
Well, then I'm gonna look at the party. I'm gonna point and I'm gonna go like with my fist, like I'm breaking something in half. And I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna point to that the guy that I just beat up. I'm gonna point to me, and then I'm gonna make like a breaking motion, and just say like
Gotcha.
point like
Twitch your
stare at
hands.
him like it's mine.
Gets super excited. Just
Yeah.
As an ape, can you throw poop as an action?
No, I can throw rocks. I can throw a rock. It
that's
does
nuts.
7d6 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus. All right.
It's got a range of 50 to 50 feet.
Yeah, Yotan, it's your turn.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna do that perception check.
What will he
39. I
roll?
mean 29.
29.
39.
Holy fudge. All right. Yeah, you see the Kenku climbing up into a tree.
Can I
Oh,
use? Is it
brother.
within?
He is about 110 feet away.
Is he behind me or in front of me or?
He's ahead of you, about 110 feet away.
Oh, I can hit him from this range too. Oh,
You don't have sight of him,
I know I don't.
but you can see him, Yotan.
I can see him, and what you're saying is, can't wait. But does he know I can see him?
He's at first it's because he's climbing up there. He doesn't notice this, But once he has settled and he looks forward towards you all, he does make essentially eye contact with you, and there does seem to be almost a grim look on his face.
He knows what's gonna happen to him.
Oh yeah, where's Tem in all this?
All right, I'm gonna use Misty.
Tem is-
I'm gonna use Hazy Pursuer.
I think it only gets you 60 feet.
How far away is he?
110.
Okay. God damn, dude.
He's a sniper. You're not gonna stay close for this shit.
I guess I'll point him out to the group.
Okay.
Just gonna hide again.
Yeah.
This bitch.
And then I'll go after one of the Goliaths.
All right. You want to go for mashed or slashed?
Which one's lower?
Mashed is lower, but the monkey also said he wants him.
Alright, I'll take slashed.
How do you like your Goliath, mashed or slashed?
I'm gonna run up and RKO him like Randy. I'm gonna grab him by his head and chin and slam him to the ground.
Okay. Grapple check.
Which is what? Strength?
Strength.
For you, athletics. For him,
Wasn't that-
it can be either or.
I thought
22.
He avoids your grapple.
bro, what the fuck?
He catches your arm and keeps you back.
That's when I rage.
All right.
And
Uh,
can I punch
yeah.
him hard enough to let go or no? Like,
You only had
Can I-
a bonus action, but you didn't take an attack action.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
You technically can't take an attack action on him because you are attack bonus action because you didn't use your action for the attack. No, you raged. If you're raging, you already used your bonus, and use your attack to grapple.
I
So
thought
yeah,
rage gave you a bonus attack.
No, rage is a bonus action.
Oh. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Then
So
yeah, I'm just gonna rage.
You just rage.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Can I use this as a reaction? I have.
Yes.
You can use a reaction later. It has to be off your turn in order to use a reaction. But yes, Kosho, your turn.
Okay then. I think immediately. See, is the Kanku in sight?
Only.
I mean,
Yoten's
Jotun
seen
pointed
it.
him out.
If you
120
would like,
feet
roll
away.
a perception check, and I'll give you advantage because you have a general direction.
Okay.
He is kind of far though. It's 110 feet away, just so you know.
And I already
Nice.
have a number in place on like what you have to roll, so
I got a 14.
you have you see trees.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, I might have gone ahead and do
Then.
that, I guess.
Shit.
Oh fuck! I got a fucking great idea what I can do.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
I could have closed the distance between that guy.
Well, I was gonna say what we could do is I could do fog cloud again, so that way he has disadvantage on all attacks to us because he would have no idea where we are, and then
That'd be good.
I could then
Bro.
I could then conjure animals to go after him while we're still sitting in the fog.
You should, we should be using that together, you and I. Because I
The
could get
fog?
huge advantages on fog, yeah.
Well, that's what I
why
started.
had-
That's what I started the combat with. I put
So,
fog
hold
around them
on.
so they didn't know where we were.
There's 2 Goliaths that are bleeding out next to me, right?
One slashed and one mashed. Yes.
Okay.
If you want to take
Let's
down the
see
one that's
here.
slashed, and then me and maybe Kellic can go after and can try to go after the sniper. Whenever, because I mean I could probably take his whatever hit he throws at me, unless he crits, but I'd hope not.
Okay then. Sure. I'll go after the slashed one. I'll help Calic out.
Because Umlok will go after the one that's mashed.
Yeah. That'll be good. First one is a 26 to hit.
Pretty sure he's dead. Whatever you roll, pretty sure he's dead.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Must I roll more?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he double digits. Damn.
I will tell you when he is dead.
27, nat 20.
That's a hit. Roll double damage.
Let's see here. Yeah, let's 14.
Spicy rolls.
Indeed.
Okay.
And then let's see here. Actually, for my bonus action, I'm going to use what is it? Second wind.
Okay.
Nice.
And regaining hit points.
Yes.
Alright.
So I'll go ahead and roll that.
The Goliath.
And I got a 10.
The Goliath. Okay, yeah, he doesn't do anything. Yep. Okay. It's now Tem's turn. Who is going to sneak back around Kellic and is going to attempt a strike with her crystal rapier. She will hit for more damage than this man has health. So she's going to she gets behind him, and you just see this white rapier stick out of his chest. He kind of gasps for a second, and she rips it out, and then proceeds to attempt at lobbing his head off, and just kind of makes a cut in the back of his head, and his head's kind of dangling a little bit. It's not a clean cut by any means. Rapier is not going to cut through a head like that.
Nice little poke.
She's just going to stand there and kind of give you a nod, kind of wipe the blood off of her rapier. And as this happens, Kosho, you notice Kellic kind of, his eyes dart up for a moment before he stumbles slightly. Another bang appearing and a hole appearing in his chest. A significant amount of blood kind of shooting out of his back as he takes... Give me a moment. He's going to take... I need to double check one thing real quick. Where's that thing at? Where's... Is it D12 I need for this? Yes. He takes 50 points of piercing damage.
You can take it.
Followed by a second shot.
Oh no.
That is going to hit him in the shoulder for 15 points of piercing damage.
You said 50 a second ago.
I said 50. I said 50 and now 15. So he took
Oh,
65 points of damage.
Woo! Jeez.
And
Oh, Lord Jesus.
He spats a bunch of blood out, and his eyes lock on to a spot within the trees you don't see. The two soldiers that are the one soldier that is left. He is going to straighten up a little bit, kind of crack his neck and spit a bit of blood out. Where's my dice? I need my dice. Okay. And then he is going to attempt to strike at you, Monkey Man. You said 12 is your AC?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to roll all of his attacks on you. Oh, he's only missed one so far. Okay.
How many?
Let me write these numbers down so I can track exactly how much damage you're supposed to take in total.
I want to use Primal Savagery.
Umlock, in your monkey form, you take from 5 strikes. I'm going to specify that. You take 49 points of slashing damage.
Hey, shit. We take
Ain't
those.
shit. Yeah, ain't shit.
We eat those.
I figured as such that, like, even though he did all that, it wasn't gonna do shit to you.
The monkey laughs.
The monkey laughs.
Yeah, can I attempt to intimidate as a no?
Just cross your arms and start chuckling.
You can just chuckle at him. He's not in a good place, anyways.
Yeah, I'll laugh. I'll monkey like ha ha ha.
Orion, it's
Yerp.
your turn. You see Kellic staring a hole into a space within the trees, like pure rage, snarling, blood dripping from his mouth.
I guess can I make a perception check to see if I can see him,
With advantage.
or do I know where it is? Okay.
You have a general idea.
That's not a good roll.
And
That's
you have
a 19? Yeah, 19.
You don't see him, but you do have an idea of where Kellic is looking. Like a fairly
All right.
good idea, like general spot.
Real fast, I want to ask the group, should I do Fog Cloud and summon the animals, or do Freedom of the Waves around the tree in the general area that I think he's in, and then also do Fog Cloud, so he has disadvantage in shooting us?
I will make a note. You get from Kellic's kind of posture, he wants to get to that spot as fast as possible.
So can I? Sorry, can I cast a spell while I'm in monkey mode?
No.
Okay.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I know he's in a tree, right? Or like I think he's in a tree.
Yeah.
I am going to cast. Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know which one I want to do. Do I want to conjure animals? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna conjure.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna conjure. How many is it that I can do? Let's see there.
I will
1/4.
make a note, and you would know this. You can hide from blind sight. There is a way to do it. Like with a
Oh,
high
okay.
stealth roll,
Well,
you can hide from blind sight.
I'm gonna conjure 8 giant wolf spiders.
Does that spell allow that? That's a lot. Dude.
It says 1/4. I'm allowed 8 beasts of challenge rating of 1/4 or lower.
All right. I didn't know giant wolf spiders were 1/4.
Yep, I pulled it up just to make sure. I'm gonna have 8 of them. They all have blind sight, and I'm gonna tell them to go to the tree in that general area to go attack. And then real fast, I'm also going to use.
Give one of them to Calyx so he can ride over there.
Yeah, they have speed of 40, I guess. I'm gonna action surge and then cast fog cloud one more time, but it's going to be like kind of. We're not going to be in the fog cloud necessarily. We're going to be like kind of on the edge of it. It's going to be like kind of between us. This is more so a setup, and then I now have 8 creatures in my control.
Are you gonna have? What are you gonna have them do? Just move that way?
Well, I'm just gonna have them move into the fog for now until they get like closer within range, so that they can like just blitz him at the same time. They have movement speed of 40, and I'm just gonna have them try keeping all eyes out on like anything they can see because they have dark vision of 60 feet, passive perception that's really high, and blind sight of 10 feet. So yeah, that is going to be my turn.
Okay. Kellic is going to take his turn. Kellic is rushing forward. You see him take both a. He does the dash action and is going to run 90 feet. Not 90 feet. 70 feet in the direction of this individual. Like full. He dropped his glaive, by the way, as well. You see him throw his glaive to the side and rush forward. And as he's doing that, he is going to. Yeah, he's going to use Second Wind to gain some health back.
Woo!
Because he hasn't used that ability in a very long time. He gains 20 points of health back.
It's pretty good.
Umlock. Rip and tear.
Yes.
Umlock.
My
Rip
turn.
and tear.
A what?
Yes. I asked you, rip and tear? Question mark.
Oh, absolutely, rip and tear.
All right,
This is
roll your
riv and tear.
roll your attack against the Goliath.
All right. Do you want me to roll in D&D Beyond or just in real life?
Your choice.
All right.
I trust you to actually
Come
tell
on,
me your
baby.
rolls.
Oh, well, okay. So should I just roll a d20? Just a
No,
regular d20 or is it an attack?
it's an attack.
All right, 14 plus 9. So that's a 23.
That's a hit. All right, roll the damage for that one. We'll see. We'll see how quickly you kill him.
All right. Oh god, I gotta pull it back
Monkey.
up. What is it? 3d10.
This character's just gonna have the motto: just no more monkeying around. Becomes gorilla.
That's 21. 21 damage.
Okay, spicy. 21 damage.
Yeah.
Shit, he is barely standing.
All right, I got one more attack. Then. Oh damn it! That's a crit fail, but a 10.
Why do you have the bullseye?
Oh, because it's plus 9. It's already a plus 9.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
like
was
the
like
melee
super
weapon attack.
confused. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that misses.
That's a miss. Well, then my wolf. Come on, wolf. Let's see. What does he have to hit? It's Oh shit! I forget. He's got advantage if he attacks with right beside me. It wouldn't
Yeah,
matter
it's
anyway. He hit his
pack
last hit.
tactics.
Yeah. All right. This one.
Tem gets that too, technically, because she's a kobold.
All right. Does a 15 hit?
Does not.
Does not hit. Okay. I've got one more roll. Just want to make sure.
The wolf attempts to bite down on his armor, and his fangs just kind of slide off of it.
Oh no! That was the
that was
before
you.
advantage.
That was you. Oh, that was before advantage.
Yeah. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit. Never mind. He
Oh,
goes for the first bite, misses, and then lunges.
Well,
as
he's no.
prepared himself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was just because he's got advantage. That was pretty advantage.
No, I'm treating the advantage because he said he missed, and I was like, oh wait, he wasn't actually. So I'm treating this all as one attack. He just made a mistake and corrected himself.
All right. How bloody does he look? Because
Well, what's the damage your wolf does?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. He does 2d4, so it won't do much.
Bloody.
2d4. He does. So that's 6 damage.
This man is barely standing.
All right. Whoa. All right. Let's see. Come on, baby. Oh, that's a damn 24 to hit.
Is that your wolf?
No, it's me.
How do you want to do this?
I want to pick his body up and slowly just squeeze my grip and rip from torso. And then right when the spine is snapping, pull him apart. And then I'm trying to figure out if I want to take a bite out of the corpse, but I'm probably not. I'm gonna like bang my chest while he's like still in my hands, and then is there one still alive?
There's none
Kenku.
left. He was the
All
last. The Kenku is
Then
left.
I'm freaking chuck.
Throw him into the woods.
What type of armor does he have on?
You don't know where the Kenku is.
No, what type of armor does the?
It's chainmail.
He's got chainmail.
When you do this, you aren't only ripping flesh; you are ripping metal from metal.
I'm gonna inspect the body. Does he look like he's got anything interesting on him?
He has a sword and chainmail. That's really all you can see.
Nope. I'm chucking both halves at the tree.
Okay, you just kind of chuck them off into the woods because you don't know where the Kenku is.
What? Aren't they like looking at it to whatever, like the tree that they're like?
Yeah, Kellic ran up to it.
Your chances of actually hitting it are very.
I don't want to hit the Kenku.
It's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at the tree.
Okay, yeah. You just kind of chuck it over there. Yeah.
Can I roll to try to? If I roll super high, I mean, I'm just gonna chuck it at the tree. But can I roll like athletics to see how well I like throw this thing to
Yeah,
where it
we can
hits
see
the
how far
tree?
you throw it. Yeah,
What?
yeah, athletics to see how far you throw this.
Yeah, I got a +9 with the giant ape athletics. Let's go. All right, I'll roll this here. Oh, I hit a nat 20, but that's 25.
You throw this thing about 250 feet.
Yes.
It just goes sailing into the trees.
It's good.
And then I'm just gonna beat my chest and scream.
Gonna beat my meat.
What?
What?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move over to where they are.
Yotan, you see Kellic 70 feet away. You see a bunch of giant spiders inside of a fog cloud. And you know where the Kenku is. This is recap of
How
everything
far away
that's
is it?
happened. Still 110. She hasn't, or they haven't. You
Okay,
don't
let
know
me
if he or she.
see.
They haven't moved from their tree.
If I use Expedius
Retreat.
in
You
his
have a ring
direct,
for that, don't you?
huh? If I use that in his direction and then I use Hazy Pursuer and then I walk 30 feet, I would be in range, right? I'd be more than in range.
You're able to get 90 with it. No. Yeah, you'd be within range.
All right.
But you would have no actions. Because it would casting Expedious Retreat requires an action.
The
And
bonus
Hazy Pursuer
action.
also requires a bonus action, which you can use an action to do a bonus action.
Don't I get an additional attack though as a when I'm in
You get an
rage?
additional attack when you take the attack action, which means you don't have more
Oh,
units.
damn!
Yeah.
That just gave me an extra attack. Oh man, that would have been so cool.
You can get there though, and you can be like right next to this boy.
Pick up the tree out of the ground and just shake them.
Can I throw someone closer?
If you were to do if you did the Misty Step, you could get to Kellic, and you could throw Kellic.
Could I throw him 110 feet though?
If you were to get to Kellic, you could, because you'd be 10 feet behind him. You could use another 10 feet to get him 10 feet forward, and then you could use your action to throw him probably up to 20 feet. 20, 30 feet.
God, that would be so lame. I'm so tall. I'm huge though. Whatever. I'm not gonna.
He's wearing plate armor. Like, he's wearing, like,
Yeah, I was
100-pound
imagining
armor.
that 10 feet. I was imagining that 10 feet that I was getting was 10 feet of wind up.
Like, no, that's why it would be like 20 or 30 feet. Like, you would throw him, and then he would be able to move another 35. He would get to the target, essentially, on his turn. Is what that I'm saying with this plan of yours. It would work.
Otherwise, there's just a bunch of spiders running around.
Yes.
And Kellic's fine, right?
Kellic he's bloody, but he's managed to
All right,
straighten
well,
up and is doing good again.
I'm gonna use Expedius Retreat to get to. Wait, no. How close is Kellic?
No, you did.
Is he
If you
walking
did the
distance?
Misty, if you did the Misty Step one, you would get to him. Wait, Misty
Okay,
Step's
well then-
30 feet or 60 feet?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Expedius Retreat doesn't tell me what it is either.
It should on the ring if you hover over it. If you click on the ring's description.
I am. I'm reading it. There's no description. It just says. I mean, there is a description. It just doesn't give me any.
Expedious Retreat doubles your movement speed.
Okay.
It's
So I
30
would.
feet.
So if
Sorry,
I
you
did
would-
use,
Misty Step,
so I
would
would be able to make it.
With Misty Step,
Huh?
you wouldn't be able to make it.
But with Expedius Retreat, I would because it doubles my speed and I move 30 feet per turn, right?
Kellic went 70 feet because he moves at 35.
God damn it, Kellic.
Never mind.
Piece of
Kellic
shit.
is fast. He is a fast boy.
I'm just like, I feel like a chess piece right now. Like I'm just stuck in place, can't do shit. You know what I mean? I feel like a pawn that's being blocked by another pawn right now.
No, you're
I
a
just don't
rook.
even know what to
Don't
do.
put yourself down.
How close is the nearest spider?
No, the spiders are on your side.
Oh, well then, yeah. Then I will just throw Kellic. Yeah, I'll just throw Kellic.
Based on what we figured out, you know
I
what?
can't do that
I'll
either.
let you be able to get to him. I will let you to throw him. I will let you be able to get to him.
I can't. I was about to say I can't reach 10 feet.
Yeah. I will give this to you because I'm intrigued. You've got me intrigued. You can get to him and throw him like 20 feet.
Can I
If
roll
you-
to see if I can get 30?
Roll a athletics. Depending on, I have a DC for 30.
20.
All right, you throw him 30. You
I just
grab
launched
him.
this bitch.
You essentially.
I don't even
As-
tell him what's going on. I just grab
you
him by.
essentially just grab him by the back of his chest plate and just kind of. It's kind of like someone doing the hammer throw, but it's like the chain one. If you know what I'm talking about, the Olympic like chain hammer throw, whatever, with the ball on the end of the chain. Nobody, just me. All right.
What?
You
I
essentially
don't know.
grab him and you spin with him, and just
Yeah,
kinda,
yeah, I
like,
get that.
let
Oh,
go.
I get
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean.
Beyblade,
Yeah.
let it rip.
And he goes flying. He's got to roll it. I'm going to roll an acrobatics to see if he lands.
Or
he
who?
lands. He threw Kellic.
Oh,
I was about to
okay.
say if he's a Lupin, shouldn't he have an advantage? I mean,
Well, no, he has a high acrobatics anyways because his
Okay.
dex is high. So he lands it. It's now Kosho's turn. Kosho, you want to do anything?
Well, what are my options?
100 feet,
nearby?
100 feet away from you, Kellic is in the trees. You just watch Yotan throw Kellic to that spot. There are spiders in a cloud that were summoned by Orion, and there are a bunch of dead bodies.
Oh, so both Goliaths are dead.
All
Yeah.
3 are dead. Yeah.
All
Or
three are
three dead.
One was decapitated, one was attempted to be decapitated, and the other one was ripped in half and then thrown 250 feet.
Okay. Let's see.
You guys
You know,
have brutalized
they kind of got things carried or taken care of right now. I'm just gonna. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start looting their bodies and see if there's like a message or a note or something.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Tam is going to watch in anticipation. The individual that Kellic is getting towards is going to be in a panic and is going to give themselves advantage using steady aim to try to shoot Kellic with their weapon, and they are going to hit. Because they gave themselves advantage, they procs that. They're going to hit Kellic for 38 points of piercing. And are going to jump down from the tree and attempt to flee. Orion, you doing anything?
I mean, what can I do?
There's not really much. You're just going to watch?
I mean, I'll chase after him if I can.
You can chase, yeah. If you do a dash action, you could probably catch up a little bit.
I'm gonna fly, so I have 50 feet of movement, and then the
So
dash
you can
is
get 100, so you're right above Kellic with the dash.
okay. How far is he from me? I can see him now because he's running, right?
You can see the Kenku is about 30 feet away from Kellic. Kellic is now running after him.
Cool. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Make that bitch do a fucking Wisdom 15 save.
Passed.
He passed.
Yeah, he rolled a 15. Like an exactly 15.
All right. Well,
all
I guess
right.
I have all my spiders to
Yeah,
run
Kellic,
after him.
You see Kellic, as a bonus action, reach into his breastplate and pull out a familiar pill you've seen him take once before.
Oh boy.
And he is going to pop that shit. And the moment he swallows it, you see a familiar feral look go upon his face. His eyes seem to narrow on this Kenku. His just a complete almost a feral transformation of him. And he is going to dash at this Kenku. And he is going to take several attacks on the Kenku. I need to remind myself what this drug does to him. AC increased by 2, advantage, additional attack rolls, yes. So he is going to, with his claws, which are not listed here. Oh, it's the same as the unarmed strike. So the first hit. The first one's going to hit. The second one will hit. And the third will hit. And he gets... Oh, that's right. Oh, this is disgusting. I forgot how disgusting this thing is. That's 15 points of damage. For the first strike he does. The second with his claws is another 12. And the one with he's going to bite is 9. So he's going to inflict 27, 35 points of damage. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. 50 points of damage to the Kenku. And then he's going to use his bonus action for an additional attack. There's a reason he nearly killed Calder when he took this drug. And he is going to do another bite, which is going to be another 18 points of damage. Orion, you see him begin to tear this Kenku apart. And you hear it crying out in pain. It is still alive, though, as he is doing this. Does anyone else want to do anything while this is happening?
He's tearing into that Kenku?
You can all see this happening, by the way.
I mean,
you have a visual of him ripping this Kenku apart.
Let's see. If I'm done looting the bodies, then could I go pick up the gun as Kellic is just tearing into this dude?
You can start moving over there to, like...
Splendid.
Possibly loot. Okay, so you kind of move over there.
I'm just gonna be floating above him, just watching carefully.
All right, this
Ready.
Kenku is going to attempt to escape. It's not going to escape Kellic's grasp. Okay. And this is where things are going to take a terrible turn. Because of this. Okay. Kellic is going to... Oh, I don't need to roll anything, because you watch as Kellic continues to claw at this Kenku until it stops moving, as he finally wrenches down a bite onto its throat. And there's a long pause, as like there's silence over the spot. And Orion, you would see this better than anyone else. He is like a wild animal. He is shaking, and you can see the fur on him is flared out.
Can I cast a spell?
And you see, well, before you do this, you do see him beginning to feed off of this Kenku.
Okay.
As he's tearing chunks from it and is devouring this Kenku.
I gotcha.
But what would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Kellic. So Wisdom 15. Pretty sure he has no wisdom at this point.
Wisdom saving throw of 15?
Yes.
He fails.
Oh boy. I guess
How long does that last?
it's concentration of a minute, but I'm gonna start trying to talk to him.
You see him do this. Oh wait, I was supposed to roll a wisdom check for him anyways for something else. Let's just do that. Oh, it's too late. It's fine. But that's fine. Yeah, so he begins as you do this and kind of gets wrenched back away from this Kenku, which now as you can see it better because he's not hunched over it. the chest cavity is empty for the most part by this point. Like he was ripping into it a lot. And you, as you land in front of him, there's not really any humanity in his eyes at the moment. It is just the drug and a wild animal standing before you that has no rationale. And he is
I'm going
snarling
to
at you and
I'm going to
spatting blood every time he kind of opens his mouth.
I'm going to put him in manacles and kind of like restrain him a little bit, maybe tie his mouth up and just be like, "Sun's getting real low, bud. I need you to snap out of this. I need my friend Kellic back, and I promise to cook you a continental breakfast."
Can you give me a dex saving throw real quick to try to muzzle him?
That's a 20, dirty 20.
You barely avoid getting your hand bitten
Yes,
before
I kind of
managing to
figured.
get a rope around his maw. And
So
he is struggling against you, but he doesn't have that much power to do so due to his body being bounded.
he is restrained right now. I'm going to get a little more distance, kind of like again fly above him, and just start trying to, talk to him.
Okay.
Sun's getting real low, bud.
He's just snarling as he's like shaking in his bondage. Just like, and you can like it. So the minute passes and the initial phase of your whole person does drop.
Mm-hmm.
And he does fall down and is attempting. He's fighting the chains on his back. He's like on his feet, but he's like fighting the manacles and attempting to knock this rope off of his face, kind of like slamming into trees and trying to scrape it off, essentially like a wild animal would.
Mm-hmm.
You do see the manacles beginning to break under him.
Where's everyone else as of right now? Like, are they
Kosho is roughly probably about 10, 15 feet behind him.
okay?
The others haven't moved from their spots as of now. They're just kind of watching.
I don't know if there's anything I can really do. Oh, I just realized I have a ring of evasion. I'm just stupid. Whatever. Mm,
I would say in this struggle of him fighting the manacles, though, and trying to get the thing off his face, another minute does pass.
okay. I am not really sure what I should do here. I've seen this happen before, right?
You killed him the last time this happened.
Oh. And
You guys
Kellic's
don't
pretty
know.
low on health, right?
He's bloodied.
All right, guys, hear me out. Hear me out here. I have Revivify, and I have that spell slot open. I feel like as of right now, I could just Thorn Whip him a shit ton because I'll keep my distance and I'll be in the sky.
I mean,
I
could
might
go
be
to
able.
stun him.
I mean, that's risky because if he breaks out, you're going to be in a whole lot of danger, and you already lost a lot of hit points. I'm at max hit
True.
points, so I feel like I want to keep his aggro on me, at least until I don't know someone else comes up. So either I put him down and like try to hit him non-lethally, or
I do
if
have a
worst
backup
comes to
weapon.
worst, I can just revivify him. So I guess I'm gonna try to hit Thorn Whip.
Okay. Well, so as the third minute comes around, the manacles do break. He does snap them, like the chain connecting them. He does snap them into two, and he proceeds to rush back over to the Kenku, seeming to forget about you and rip the ropes off of his face, and then continues doing what he had done before.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just walk over, carefully get the gun or the firearm or whatever it was that shot me, and admire it for a second.
Yeah. I might take that gun because I got some pretty good range stuff, but I don't really know if there's much I can really do for him.
Kosho, as you get closer, you do hear him stop and start growling in your direction, as if to ward you back. As he continues to stay hunched over this body.
Where is the gun in correlation to him?
5 feet.
I think you might have to hold off on the gun there, bud. So I can do hold person 2 more times. And I have enough spell slots. And I could just do Thorn Whip because it's a cantrip. So we could put him down, or we could try to wait and see if this like wears off, but I don't know how long that's gonna be.
I'm just gonna cross my arms and say, "Okay, fine, do your thing."
Well, I don't know what we should be doing. I don't know if we should. I don't know if
I'm
we should
saying
put
that
him down
specifically
or.
to Cal. I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you back off. Another minute passes. He continues to just tear into this Kenku. Anything anyone else wants to do for the next minute, or are you guys gonna wait another minute?
Can I loot the Goliaths?
Kosho would have already started. All they really had on them was chainmail. Each had a set of chainmail and a longsword. As well as a light crossbow with 20 bolts apiece and a shield. You do find one of them did have a dice set, like in his pocket. That was it. You gotta do something when you're camping, you know? The 5th minute passes, and right around the 5-minute mark of him, after him taking this drug, you see him suddenly arch over and lock up for a moment before he lets out a gasp, kind of shudders, kind of looks at his hands and just down at the Kenku in front of him and kind of slowly backs away and just seems fixated on his hands. He's not growling anymore. The shaking is gone. And what you can tell is he's not feral anymore.
I'm gonna float down.
He's catatonic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna float down and hand him a greater potion of healing.
He slowly takes it from you, kind of almost cautious of himself at the moment.
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "I trust you, Kellic."
He gives you a nod and drinks the potion, gaining 10 points of health.
Yeah, pretty banged up there, bud. Might need to take a long rest. The battle's over. There's no more enemies.
He just kind of... He's almost in shock from, like, what he's done. He just kind of, like, continuously staring at his, like, blood-covered claws. And down at his chest plate that's also drenched in blood, both his and others. Before kind of, like, slowly turning and heading in the direction of where his glaive is. The rest of you, who are still in the clearing, see him emerge drenched in blood and kind of staring off into the middle distance as he's kind of walking in your guys' direction. No reactions, nothing.
Yeah,
What?
I'm still going for that gun.
Okay, yeah, you can now pick up the gun. Kellic is
I don't
no
think I
longer on
have
the body.
a. I don't have anything to like cover him with, like a blanket. But
Does the
I guess.
Kenku have a
Kinda.
bandolier or something?
Huh?
Does the Kenku have some sort of ammo reserve?
You do find amongst the bits of flesh and feather. There is a small. So you when you pick up the rifle and you look it over, it's craftsmanship you've never seen before. Seems to be a very high tech piece of equipment. Based on what it looks like, is there is a place to actually pour in gunpowder, and then a spot as well to put in what looks to be these almost pretty much what would resemble today's bullets, these cone-shaped projectiles that you can load in front of the section that you dump gunpowder into. And there is a hammer that looks to slam down where the gunpowder is to ignite it to force to produce a force that allows the projectile to fly from the barrel, essentially. And you do find on the Kenku there is a horn of gunpowder and a small pouch with about 15 of these cone-shaped projectiles.
And this is a rifle, not a flintlock, correct?
Hunting rifle.
Hunting rifle.
That is what the block I'm using for it is.
And it's one in the chamber style?
It is... Yes. One in chamber. It's essentially a bolt action. It's essentially a bolt action. Essentially, every time you fire it, you have to bolt it.
I just realized, is the Fearbulk still in the field?
He is still laying in the middle of the field. He's kind of like sitting now. He was laying. He's now sitting there, kind of like... in the midst of the fight, he's just been kind of casually patching himself up with a healer's kit. What it looks to be, kind of wrapping these makeshift bandages on himself.
I just realized I still have the wolf spiders. I'm gonna disperse them because I'm like, all right, be free. Technically, they just dissipate,
disappear,
but yeah.
Probably scary.
I'm gonna talk to the Fearbulk and kind of ask him, like, what was going on, like, who were these people and why were they interrogating you?
As you approach this Fearbulk, you recognize him. Now that you have a closer look at him, that he's not fetal on the ground trying to not get kicked in the face. It's Baco.
Do I recall that, or is my memory still hazy?
You've seen him in the visions.
Oh, I saw him in the mirror dimension.
Yes, you've seen him twice. You've seen him in 2 different visions.
Yeah, but both are in the mirror world, I'm pretty sure.
You had one early on when you guys were originally going to Greybarrow.
Okay.
I think. I'd have.
Oh, that was like way earlier.
That was way earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have that written down. I don't have that written down.
But he kind of looks at you, and takes a moment to like recognize you before kind of slowly getting to his feet. Says, "It's been some time."
I'm gonna speak to him in Druidic and just ask, like, you are who I think you are, right?
Yes, it's me. He kind of looks a little confused by that statement. Also speaking in Druidic. I'm gonna stroke trying to say the word.
I'm just going to lay it all on the table. My memory is a bit hazy. I don't remember much from before a particular moment, but your face has popped up a few times on my journeys. So it seems like you're one of the few people that I remember from my past.
I was warned that this might occur. You did go through a bit of trauma before getting to us. How are you doing now?
I like to think that I'm doing better. I am with this new adventuring group. After, I believe, you dropped me off in Grandhelm, I joined this group and I've been with them for a while now.
As you say that, you kind of gesture to the group. You see off in like the distance, you see Kellic just like full on, just like vomit into a bush. He's like panting over a spot as he's like taking in what he's done. Everyone else is just kind of doing their own thing. He's kind of takes in the group a little bit and kind of gives you a nod. He says, "Well, this was destined to happen, I suppose. This is what the visions had told me."
The vision. Well, we can get to that in a later date, but currently I assume these Goliaths have something to do with us, and unfortunately you. We're kind of wanted by Sarstag for now. If you have any information about what they were asking you about, um, you can come with us when we go to, what was it, Stonefarm?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there we can catch up.
He gives you kind of a slight nod, but kind of stares up solemnly for a moment and just says, "As much as I would like to accompany you, I need to continue heading eastward. There is a few of our clan that need my assistance."
I wish I could accompany you, but this group has been, more than family for me for a while, and I feel partially responsible for them and their well-being because I don't have a healer except maybe the monk over there, but it's kind of just me.
At this point, Monk or Kosho would stop admiring the weapon, and he'd be walking over to make sure that the person that they had saved is okay. Start to wand over, I guess join in on the conversation.
Okay.
You'll hear the tail end when I said I'm like the main healer, but Kosho here also heals.
He wouldn't understand.
Oh, that's right. I'm speaking Druidic. That's right.
You just hear him speaking like gibberish.
Just chipmunk chirps.
Iwako kind of reaches out and places a hand on your shoulder.
It's just Animal Crossing noises. Kosho's like, what the fuck? That's canon in my head now. That's how Druidic sounds.
Druidic is just Animal Crossing noises. It all makes sense. It's just a conversation about rent.
A giant tanuki.
Oh god.
You owe me rent, bitch.
He kind of places a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "It seems that fate has done you well, as we had hoped it would." I assume you're.
I wish I had more questions, but I'm just very lost. I was in a mirror dimension. I had the option to have my past revealed, but I felt as if that was something that was meant to be left in the past.
Kind of.
I hope you understand.
He gives you a nod and he says, "I somewhat envy you, for there are things that I wish to forget myself. But they will probably stay with me until the day I die. Though it does sound like it could be, well, the work of our god, or one of them."
I'm just gonna kind of go anima.
He gives you a confused look and says, "No." He says, "Araske is the one I'm thinking of."
How do you spell that?
I'll drop it in the chat.
Okay.
It's gonna be a picture though, because the notebook hates Discord. Here's your picture. It's got the pronunciation and everything.
I'm gonna show him the crossbow, and say, "Well, it seems that Anima has chosen me. I don't really know what this means for my fate, but if there is some kind of greater purpose that I must be serving,
He shakes
it's been
his
lost
head.
on me.
He shakes his head and says, This is a relic of Araska. For she is the god of wait, it's a dude. For he is the god of the seasons.
Well, that would
God, being a
explain
pussy.
that would explain why I haven't been able to contact them or find any information. I'm gonna actually give him a gift.
What are you giving him?
So I still have my half plate armor if you would like to take it, and then also I will give him the Ring of Evasion.
Oh, wow. Wow. He kind of holds him. He is wearing stud leather armor himself. But he kind of like looks at them and looks back at you and he says, are you sure that you're wishing to depart with these?"
Well, I don't use the half plate anymore. I learned a tricky little spell with bark skin, so it kind of does a better job anyway. And I want to make sure that you're safe in your journeys. I may not remember you or our past, but I have a feeling that I would like to see you again, hopefully in one piece. So
He kind of gives you a nod and looks down at the staff that's kind of in his hand. And
it's a ring, not a staff.
no, he has a staff on him.
Oh, okay.
And he offers you the staff and he says, if you are being the healer you say you are, you might need this more than I.
Can I give him my quarter staff that's made out of iron?
You can.
I'm gonna trade staffs with him then. I'll go. Well, in that case, no druid is without his staff. Take the one that I forged myself, and then just spear it into the ground in front of him.
He kind of gives you a smile and hands you the staff he's giving you, and you would be able to recognize this because you knew him. It is a staff of healing. So he gives you that and takes your metal staff. He says, "Well, I best continue on my way.
Safe travels, old friend."
It was good to see you again." And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and then just begins to walk eastward.
Kosho would look to Orion's newfound staff and then him himself, and he'd say, "So, what did he say?"
I'm gonna turn to Kosho, and what do I want to say here?
I don't know. Not you.
I think. It was just an old friend and I catching up. He said this staff might be helpful as I am kind of the resident healer for us. So this will help with healing.
Did he say
What's
anything about the Sarstag intruders?
no. He's very lost, but he was very cryptic about some of the things he had mentioned. He had alluded to the fact of the god who gave me my crossbow, Araske, the god that our druids kind of served. And this great vision that he had before I was dropped off in Grand Home, but I don't remember any of this. He said that he had to be on his way to go find more of our covert, but I think that I'm going to decide to stay with you guys because one, you guys don't have a healer, except for you and me, Kosho.
You
And
guys. It's us two talking to each other.
I just meant like in general the group. And also there is unfinished business, and we have a bounty on our heads. I don't want to endanger the rest of my druidic group.
Well, that's all said and good. At this point, I think I'm going to drink my healing potion.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if anyone needs heals, just like let me know. Because I could do the same thing we did last time and just do healing spirit and just have people walk through.
Let's see. Regain 44 plus 4 hit points. Alrighty then.
Revolving door of health. Actually, you know what? While I have it, I might as well use the staff of healing.
You are not attuned yet, so you cannot cast the spells with it yet. You have to take an hour to attune.
And I will do that whenever I can. Preferably whenever we're traveling, I'll just do it.
As you see Baco kind of walk off to, you do see Kellic
Hold on, wait, I have dice.
slowly guiding Doug into the clearing. Kellic does look to be moving a bit slower than he was, and does look a bit exhausted.
Okay, 15 health.
I'll walk up to Kellic and just be like, but I think you've done enough today. I think you should probably rest.
He kind of nods a little bit and kind of gets Doug to stop before kind of slowly sliding into the back of the cart. Just kind of finds a place and then like pulls his bag off and begins to try to like clean the blood off himself. Kind of taking like an old cloak and like rubbing himself down, trying to get the blood out of his armor. What's the rest of you doing?
Osho would just be mumbling the name Araske, just like testing out the syllables.
Mouthing it out.
Araske. As he fumbles with the rifle, just checking all of the instruments.
All right, as you all kind of pile
Seeing
back
if it
into
needs any cleaning.
There's a little bit of blood on the rifle, but other than that, it seemed to have fared pretty well. As you all kind of get back into the cart, Tem getting in last and kind of keeping her distance from Kellic, almost seeming fearful of what she just witnessed. You all continue through the rest of your day, finding a place to rest for the night along the path, and proceeding to take a long rest because I'm not going to do that right now, and that's what will end tonight's session.
Woohoo! Did we level up?
Not yet.
Absolutely not.
It's
Oh
too
no,
early.
I didn't
You
want
literally
that.
leveled up last session.
I just rolled a random 19 in intimidation. And I
Dang
don't know.
it.
Joke's
I don't
on
know
you.
why.
You had to roll a 100 in order to intimidate me.
I didn't mean to. I just accidentally clicked it, and I was it's a +0, and I got a 19. What the hell?
That's pretty good. But yeah, that was very productive first session.
Indeed.
And you guys had
Lovely.
3 days 3 days pass. So 3 days have passed through this session. So you guys are making good progress. I'm really excited for the Thursday session as well. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in both parties. But on that note, real quick, we hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, and you want to catch us in the next episode, follow the Twitch, turn on notifications so you know when we go live. Join the Discord, where it's posted when we go live, as well as our tweets that we make about going live, as well as being able to talk to us and possibly partake in future events that we may or may not have in the future. Or follow the Twitter, where we post when we are going to be going live. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes, we have a beautiful YouTube page with all of the episodes all compiled in one place just for you. And if... Oh, yeah. What? Blanking out. Shit. Okay. Also, on another note, I just thought about this. Once the current campaigns we have going on end, we may be reducing our streaming schedule. I'm just going to make that announcement now, due to certain things and some of us needing to step back a little bit so we're not as overwhelmed by it. But We hope you guys understand. And if you guys enjoyed this, we hope to see you in the next one. Peace.